Posting was in the chat. Starman was telling me. Um, by the way, hi tonight, StarMorata.
Hello. I'm okay. Tell us about the kitten.
So, remember how I told you guys last week Dante had random diarrhea out of nowhere?
Mm-hmm.
He was still fine throughout the entire thing. No dehydration, eating perfectly, energy levels high. From what I can tell, the diarrhea is going away now. And as I saw him do a decently solid doo-doo
Mm-hmm.
the other day, no issues. Not so much last night, but this morning, when I took them out of the crate, I noticed that his coordination wasn't as good. He was falling a lot easier. Um, and he was, well, it's important. You got to talk about that kind of stuff, Edie, because in kittens, diarrhea isn't just something gross.
Yeah.
It can be deadly. Kittens and puppies, because their bodies are little, and just like with a baby, they dehydrate quicker. Their systems aren't as strong, they aren't as developed. And so he was still playing with his brothers, but he started laying down. And the whole reason we called him Dante is because he's a little fucking devil. Like, the little dude is insane. He runs around all over the place. He jumps on everything, takes zero accountability for his own safety, and very vocal. And he just wasn't this morning. And so I sent Starman like freaking 20 texts about it, that he's getting me nervous. But he, whatchamacalls, he still was able to climb up on me to get into the crate and eat, because the last 3 days, all 3 of them were refusing to eat. They were like leaving a lot of food in the bowls, and we couldn't figure out why. Because from when we first got them to now, we've been putting the kibble with water. Well, then we realized they don't want the kibble with water anymore. They want the crunchy kibble.
Mm.
All right, fine. Took me a couple of days to realize it. All's good. I think that's what triggered him not being okay right now. I know, Nova. Tonight, when we let them out, I told Starman, I'm like, let's observe Dante. He didn't roughhouse. He didn't run around. He barely vocalized. He just sat down on the bed and got comfortable. Complete and total opposite of how he is. So I went into a bit of panic mode. He did show some signs of play and excitement, but you could see like he wasn't able to follow it as well. He wasn't really noticing it as quickly. And these are all things you need to watch out for. So I got the last can of kitten wet food that we had. I put in some of that NutriCal gel that I have, usually on Zorro. I put in about 2 teaspoons of it. And just in case it's an infection, I have Orbax. Orbax takes a long time to go bad. So I've been using it sparingly amongst all the cats. I've used it on Penny, I used it on Nova, used it on Zorro. Anytime any of the cats showed a sign of infection, I've used it. Well, now I'm down to the very dredge of the bottle. And Starman was like, well, maybe you shouldn't use it on him. And I was like, listen, we don't get paid till Wednesday. That is a whole almost 48 hours away from now.
Yeah.
That is, you're hearing Penny and Nova, and that was Nova's tail. A lot can happen in that time to a kitten. Because if you guys, and most of you, I think almost the entire chain of people right now, you followed me last year. We are almost down to the day anniversary of when Penny, in this very room, nearly collapsed and died. The same one you hear screaming now. And so, I'm a little more than nervous. I can't lie. A little more than panicky. To see, once again, a little red kitten that I found on Mother's Day whose health is going downhill. Might bit of PTSD. What's hilarious, just a little bit of crossover. her and most of my followers, as you know, they found me again on Twitter. The fateful circus drawing.
Found.
They found, no, literally, they found me again. Some artist found the post, shared it, and now all her underlings are again. But
Mm.
the circus post, they all keep harping on me about. The only reason it even exists is because I was so desperate for commissions to pay for Penny that I accepted anything anyone asked me. Didn't even think about it until it was done. Which makes me feel even worse because I realize it's been a year, and even though I have posted all the commissions, I still haven't mailed them. And so, like, I'm at the point now, since I make enough money, I might just send back the money with each commission.
I would check with the person you did it for.
Because I feel so bad, but it's just been, you guys have followed me, you know it's been a hectic year. It's been a hectic year for both of us. But it's, so I gave him wet food. I gave him a mite bit. That's right, Edie is the only one I haven't done. I'm sorry, Edie. But in my defense, you gotta admit the computer has been fighting me this whole year. But yours is gonna get done. After I finish the t-shirt, yours is the next I'm working on. Anyways, I gave him about a half dose of Orbax. I've got it in the bedroom. In about an hour or two, we're gonna see if it helped him at all. If he goes downhill, the only problem is I don't have the money until Wednesday to take him to the vet. So, send good vibes, send love. Zorro just dropped a deuce and is wandering around the house. So,
Zorro's fine.
Zorro's also 14. While I love my baby, if Zorro goes downhill, it's expected. I can't act like it's out of the blue and shocking. Like, he's 14. He's got a bum hip. He's lost half his teeth. And he's old. So if my elderly cats, even Daisy or Axel or Aria, start to show issues, while it would be very upsetting for me, it wouldn't be shocking. These are 10-year-old cats and plus. So, but it's been a nature day. Before I got so many things to tell you guys today that happened today, but I've pontificated enough. I want to hear what's happened to my lovely horror today. How has your week been?
Oh, my week's been. Huh?
Where's Bruce?
Oh, he's downstairs. I haven't brought him up yet. I didn't. He gets squirrely if you hold him too long.
That's true. He's in that phase now.
Yeah. Oh God. And I don't know if Mom's watching, but Sydney ate one of her books.
Wait, which one? Is it like a good one? Like one she really liked?
One she just bought. So it's a new book. I'm gonna have to replace her new book because he took out in the backyard and ate it.
Wait, hard or soft?
Soft. So it was a paperback. But, you know.
At least it's a soft cover, easier to replace. But oh no.
Yeah, he's going through that phase. You know, it's that time where he. I also started a baby blanket for a friend of mine, and I come downstairs, and she's like, over on the table. I'm like, what? So I look over on the table, and there's all the crocheting I had done that he'd been trying to drag out the back door, and I had to scrap that because it was just too.
It was too stretched.
No, it wasn't stretched. It was just too dirty and drug through, animal waste, and there was just no saving it. So you had it. I mean, that's fine. It was. I wasn't that far into it.
Thank God.
And it was a little longer than it really needed to be for a baby blanket, so I was able to start over and make it more reasonably sized. But it
turned to a toddler blanket if it was long.
It could have, but now it's just going to be a baby blanket. So, I think Mom just found out about the book. Hold on.
Oh no!
Why didn't you tell me? I was trying to find a moment to tell you. I just...
Mama, now you know! Surprise!
I'm sorry.
Mamarata, don't hate her too much. Just look into his sweet little face.
No, don't do that. She'll kick him. I love my mama, but if there's one thing with us, we've been built
We're
very
built
resistant
different.
to, and it's that we don't do the whole that thing's sweet. We're not going to kill it. We don't have that.
No, but we're on live, so there'll be witnesses. Make sure the camera's off.
Yeah.
No. Moon, they taste terrible to us. They taste delicious to everybody else.
Mm.
Only humans don't like eating books.
And to be fair, if you were into the book somewhere, he really only got the front and the back cover.
You getting chewed out.
Oh shit. That's
What?
even worse. I thought it was a new book. It's an old book.
How old?
I don't know, but it might be hard to find.
Don't worry, Mamarata, we got you.
I thought it was one of the ones she just bought.
Find it.
That's not good.
Nothing is impossible.
No, nothing's impossible. Just it can be difficult sometimes. Here it is.
I can't. Oh my gosh. So we have kittens giving panic attacks, puppies destroying books and blankets.
Good news. It's on Amazon.
Problem solved.
Yeah. I'll be able to replace it. We're good.
And because it's not a new book, it's usually more affordable than the old ones.
1991. Yeah. 20 plus years.
That's probably a $6.99 book at this point.
$9.99.
There you go. You can get two. Get one as a backup in case you choose again.
He's evil. He really is.
I know. Orion chewed. So, when I was still working at the furniture store, or was it the mattress store by this point? Either way, I bought a brand new pair of my favorite kind of sneakers. My bubble bottoms, I call them. They're by Skechers, and they have little bubbles on the bottom. They're great for bad knees. You can bounce on them, run. They're fantastic. They constantly sell out. And they bounce between $49. No, I lied. They bounce between $29 and $99, depending on the style, the color, and the time of day. I had just bought a brand new pair. I hadn't even gotten to wear them yet. I've got the photos saved. If I can find them, I'll send them to Horror and then we'll show them on here. It was a thunderstorm.
Oh no.
I believe it was Orion's first. And we all know Starman's ability to pay attention to things. He just said top notch. While Starman was napping, Orion took the shoes and ate the heels off the back.
Oh no.
Very back bubble. So whenever I'd walk on these shoes, if I stop short, I trip back a little bit because I had nothing to catch me. And I go, fucking Orion, every time. Because, oh my God. Oh, Starman works in a warehouse.
Mom.
Huh?
Shoot, on the subject of shoes.
Oh,
Mama
Tell
and I
Ron
just bought new shoes. Not too long ago.
Mhm.
She so first first we were on our trip and Sydney ate her work shoes that she wore to work every day.
What did Sydney do? Tell me what Sydney did.
And we get back and we go to the store and
Mhm.
she gets herself some new shoes and I get a new pair of sandals and he ate my sandals and her new shoes. And then, we go and buy another pair and I haven't replaced the sandals yet, but she did buy the new pair. And We now are very, very careful not to leave the shoes anywhere. As it is, my sneakers, I do need to replace them. You can definitely see where Sydney has eaten them.
I
He's
just sent. Oh, thank you,
awful.
James. Thank you for the 4.99. I'm gonna share with you guys the moment that I found the sneakers. Har's probably looking at it right now.
Thank you, Nemesis of Star Sen.
I'm gonna share Orion's face when I caught him.
Yep.
I held the sneaker up to him and said, "What did you do?" This is Orion when he was 49 pounds. He was a wee baby. But see, Greta has also been naughty.
Mm,
See that face? That's the face of a little lady that didn't like that mommy wasn't paying attention. Notice the lack of stuffing and trash on the floor, just dog toys. That was when we had Greta. Um, she took my $50 favorite bra
oh God.
and tore the very center.
No.
See the little holes in the very middle?
Hmm.
When you a fat ass bitch with double D tits, it renders the bra useless. It was literally
Absolutely.
hanging on by a thread. And this was only once. Greta only ever did 2 indiscretions. She chewed on this bra and she ate Brandon's razor, a disposable razor. When
Oh
I tell
gosh.
you, that was the most, and only the blades.
Only the Jesus.
When I tell you, that was the most terrifying 3 days of my life.
I'm
Greta
sure.
won't even look at oatmeal and eggs anymore because of it.
I'm sure not. Jesus. The new book's on its way, by the way, Mom.
Yay. And I just want to show you this one. This is, as you can see, can you tell this is when Orion entered the picture? Look at all
Yeah.
the trash on the
Yeah.
floor. This is in my old apartment. Ready? Do you want to?
Go outside.
I did these all for my own. Hi, Scout. I did all these for my own, like, I caught this picture of Greta.
Oh, that's so cute.
And so I worked really hard to meme it because I was so proud of it.
She looks so
This is
skeptical.
She looks so scared. This is back when, so the other butt you see, the other pink butt, that was Xena, the original dog that I had trained and was just like Greta and was acting really good. And I had started buying them matching shit because they were both girls and they were both brown. And I had them so well trained, they didn't need to be on a leash to go to the bathroom at night.
Ooh.
I could just walk outside, tell them go to the bathroom, and then we go back inside. Greta was always the well trained dog. It's Orion. I love my baby boy. But when I tell you guys, Orion ruined so much in a lot of ways. But I thought you all would enjoy seeing those things. Now we have the new book on the way. Yeah, the side eye. Really, I should post those onto my. Now that I have a larger audience to share them with other than my Facebook, I should probably share those. But nature talked a lot to me today.
Oh yeah.
So when I first got up this morning, obviously I was concerned about the kittens. So I took too long to let the dogs out. So the day started late. I go over to the kitchen sink to get, because I'm giving the dogs their breakfast, and I notice this wasp. I think it's a paper wasp. It's those black ones that have the really thin midsection and a little tiny butt, and
Mm-hmm.
it looks like their ass isn't connected to them when they fly.
Right.
It was stuck in a spider's web in my window. And I'm sitting there thinking, should I go and release it? No, I shouldn't. It's a big wasp and a very
It's a
little
wasp.
spider web. Well, I mean, it's one of the ones that doesn't typically attack people, so I could have easily cupped it and ran kind of situation. But it seemed like it was getting loose. It got mostly loose, and I realized now one little thread of web kept it stuck. So it kind of like slapped into the window and it was kind of funny, trying to get it again. I look above the wasp, and this tiny little spider feels the tugging in the web. And I'm like, no, bro, you ain't cut out for this fight. Spider literally went. The wasp grabs it, stings it, bites it, and then flew off with the spider. I was like, that's fucking metal. Like, I thought it was a cool.
That's nature for you.
I was like, oh, cool. Also, apparently, I had a trapdoor spider prom on my property. Carlita had a man over. Ask me, horror, how I know she had a man over.
I don't even want to think about it. You're talking to an arachnophobe.
Half of him was hanging from the web. But here's the thing. Gorlock had a boy over too. Because Gorlock apparently hangs up her dead boyfriends the same way Carlita does. And then, so did, oh God, Shelob. 3 of the trapdoors. If anyone wonders why I keep the trapdoor spiders and name them, it's because they pay rent.
I need to spray the inside of my house with some peppermint now.
They eat the roaches in nature, the flies, the mosquitoes, and sometimes the wasps and the bees. So I allow them to live on my property since they cleanse it of the evils. They even eat the fire ants. And I was like, fire, love it. But I literally took photos. I'm not going to share them. I just saw her face when I
If you do, just let me know when to look away.
But you can literally see that both these males, I'm assuming, I'm going to look it up, that trapdoor spider males must hang from the top of the trap and then quickly make with the babies and then attempt to get away. But I know this didn't work because both of them were missing their abdomens. And just the legs were hanging. That you could see their heads, the top of the carapace, and their legs were just dangling. And I was like, this is some macabre ass shit. And the next day, both girls had cleaned up their boys. I was like, well, crime scene cleanup and a show. And then this afternoon, I decided to relax on the couch with the kitties. And Orion walks over to the door to signal he wants to go outside and immediately starts barking. And I'm like, normally his, ooh, I want to catch something bark is bang, bang, he hits the door. This was, who the fuck are you? I walk over and I see that I have company. Please hold. I'm going to send it to horror so you guys can see exactly what I saw. Because me, I was a little bit surprised. Gonna go back to sharing my. I see this.
Doodle.
I see a little nope rope staring at me. And it's not a teeny tiny nope rope. This mofo, if you look at its midsection, was thick.
Nice, a decent one.
So, oh no, it was like either they have eggs or they had a meal. Like they
I think that's a meal lingering out there in his tummy.
Right. This nope rope, no, that's no lizard. It's a reptile. What's crazy is, so again, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know about the saga of the mouse and the snake in either late 2021, early 2022, where I had a small rat snake, much like this one, get in my house to chase a tiny mouse. And if you've been paying attention, a month and a half ago, I saved a nope rope about that size from the road in front of my house. And now this one was just sitting there, and she or he it sat there watching me for almost a half hour. Not the dogs, not the cats. It just kept looking at me. And I was like, "What you doing there, bud?" And it kept following my hand. And I will say though, guys, I'm so sad. I did not get this on recording. It yawned. And it was the cutest fucking thing. Because it was going, I'm going to stop sharing. It was going, it did the whole little snaky thing. It was so cute. And what I noticed was Orion was going up and going. Orion only does that to things he knows
Oh,
are going to. I'm like, oh, well, now I know that there's been snakes in the backyard that he's tangled with that I had no idea about. I also know that he's never killed one. But, and a lot of people were like, well, you're going to kill it. And I'm like, no.
why?
If it was a cottonmouth, if it was a rattler, yeah, I'd go find one of my neighbors to get their shotgun or whatever, take it out.
Yeah.
Because I don't want those in my dog's yard. Rat snakes eat venomous snakes. So I save every single one I find. And then go, what if they kill one of your chickens? I will cross that road, pun intended, when I get to it. But
I mean, it's going to happen eventually.
it's going to happen eventually.
Nature.
But if you're really good at snake proofing your chicken coop, which I am going to do, I'm going to get the mesh, I'm going to get the chicken wire, I'm going to ground it all around, I'm going to plug up any holes, then you're not going to have that problem. But so yeah, I discovered a lot of nature today. But so that's what's going on here. And then of course I sent you those really cute little things.
Oh, yeah, that little kitty.
I just want to share it.
I
But
feel
so
bad
that's
for him
going-
with the little legs.
Oh, I know, the little rubbers. But so that's what's going on with me today, guys. That's me. That's all I got.
Things are boring here. I didn't get my hairs cut because my
Yeah, I was
stylist
a
was
minute.
sick. So it'll be not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that before it gets done now because she's on vacation this week.
So you got sick and they have vacation.
No, my stylist got sick.
Oh, she got sick and she has vacation. Lucky.
Yep.
Time for nature to slap you in the face, right? I
Doing
am.
on the lawnmower.
I
On
have
the
made
lawnmower?
wise
The
choice.
wire for the green one.
Apparently, Bruce and his brother Sydney were outside chewing on the lawnmower pole.
How much did they destroy?
How bad is it?
It looks like it's chewed through.
Probably chewed through. I mean, that lawnmower specifically wasn't working anyway, from what I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Now it's worse.
now it's worse. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you leave the lawnmower where the dogs can get to it. But
Well, now it definitely doesn't work. Bruce, you naughty little thing.
look at that face.
Look at that terrible little face. Innocent.
He's so cute.
Matt, how's he looking?
Nah, it didn't work for some other reason. It wasn't because they chewed it before.
Oh, I'm guessing Starman's asleep
Uh-oh.
because he ain't answering.
Well, I mean, those are replaceable.
Probably because they chewed little
No, I was having some other issue. My uncle had my cousin bring it over because it wasn't working, and it he hasn't repaired it yet.
Look how squirrely he is now. No, Esteban, that is just puppies. Because they don't have hands. So if you observe, what?
Bruce can do no wrong. The lawnmower was in Bruce's way. You hear
The
that,
wire
Bruce?
jumped into
You're
his mouth,
innocent.
guys.
You're innocent. That lawnmower attacked you first.
So if you watch most animals, they don't have hands. If you watch raccoons, squirrels, if you watch primates, these are all animals that use the front paws or hands. So when they explore, they're exploring like that. Puppies, kitties, all the like, this is how they explore. They chew on things.
They
They
like to
bite
taste the world.
They taste it. And, innocent until barking guilty. Yeah. The lawnmower fucked around and found out.
That poor lawnmower.
It twied. It twied.
Oh, what the puppy. What, Mr. Squirrely Boy? Yeah, but that's why I didn't have him when he came on. I wasn't sure how much longer it'd be, and damn, he gets squirrely fast now.
Yeah. Well, remember how, guys, you remember a few weeks ago, she said that. With the time she could have him on stream is short. It has ended.
Yep.
He is done now. She can
Now
hold him like that for a few seconds and then he's done. Oh yeah, he really done now.
I got you. I got you. Yes, I do. I got you. I got you. I got you. Oh, look at that face.
Bruce is just trying to fix it for you. By the way, hi to Chick Tries. She said Bruce is just trying to fix it for you.
Oh yeah, he's
Guys,
doing
great.
his best for all the good it does me. Yeah, you're just too cute.
Bye bye, innocent Bruce. Right?
August 3rd.
Bye to innocence.
August 3rd, we find where he's going.
Also, they don't know where they're going yet, or
I don't know where he's going yet. No, but I'm not worried about it until he has his last shots. So,
ooh, good going.
got a couple people interested, so we'll find out.
Yay! I demand a boop on the nose. Then
I
Go
mean,
to
we
the
would,
nose.
but you're a frog.
I mean, frogs have nosies.
Not really.
They do. The two little slots right there.
We could boop him, I guess.
You know, boop right there. Break their nasal passage.
Killed the frog because you booped him too hard.
I don't think we should ever boop a frog.
Well, I mean, when you talk about chewing things, you remember what happened, 2-3 weeks ago? Sitting right here on the show. I lose sound in one ear, then it's just gone entirely.
That was so funny. I know it was longer because remember for like 3 weeks I didn't get on the stream.
Oh, right, it was, because, yeah.
We're like 5 or 6 weeks ago now.
And thankfully,
Oh my God, Chick, go to sleep.
go to sleep
was
if it's
last
4
night.
a.m. Jesus.
Yeah, so last night we made the terrible error of streaming till 3 a.m.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm hurt.
Are you?
A little. Only a little. But yeah, so it's 11 o'clock here, and I am contemplating getting up with Starman to take the car because I don't know, maybe I'll bribe somebody for money. Let me go check on him really quick. You keep talking about how not innocent Bruce is. I'll be right back.
Puppies are never innocent. They're always chewing on something.
Oh,
Matter of
wait.
fact, I just put Bruce down, and now I'm already wondering where the fuck he went.
Oh God.
There are too many wires in this room. It's an office. There's something that he can put his mouth on. On the plus side, it looks like he's just sniffing the carpet right now. Brucey, what are you doing, buddy? He said that they're evil. They're evil. I have portions of the what's that stuff called? The stuff that goes at the bottom of the walls. Kickboards? Trim? That I have to repair? Because Sydney ate them? Well, Sydney and one of his sisters. Congratulations, Wade. Hey, Wookie Be Bad. It's good to see you. We're talking about how evil puppies are. Sydney has eaten a book and except yes, the baseboards. Those things. I have to replace the baseboards because Sydney ate the baseboards. I also have to repair one of the corners of the walls because Sydney ate the corner of the wall. He's eaten 3 leashes because he got bored while we were at work and decided the leash was delicious. Friend online got a cat and the cat has chewed through so many cables. She had to replace so many things because of it. Yes, cats will chew through cables, absolutely. Puppies are definitely like little kids. When you have a puppy, you will find them pulling out things you didn't know existed or you were unaware you still had in your house. He steals your mixed drinks, oh god. But you'll find them pulling out, old pieces of paper that you didn't know slid down, receipts from years ago because they got caught between something or under something. Did I see the video of a person swinging a snake around like a whip? I have not seen that.
Well,
I also would not be surprised.
he's still looking a little rough.
Yeah.
He got up. He went, because again, he's a very vocal kitten.
Mm-hmm.
He got up. He went. That's all he did. And I went, "What is it, bud?" And he stood up, and he went over and grabbed a little bit of kibble. So
That's encouraging. Hey! What? Oh. Are you trying to play with the cat? Really? Come here.
I hear a tiny one shouting.
He's
Said I'm
shouting
not
at the
going to get any
cat.
sleep tonight.
He's shouting at the cat.
Oh, you naughty boy.
Vincent doesn't want anything to do with you. Vincent's not like Alex. He won't try to play with you. No, he won't. Now you're biting. Ooh, you're getting mean too. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No.
Now,
No,
see how he's getting like really rough, guys?
No.
By not allowing. Now, what I did with Orion, because I'm a little rough back, when a puppy's biting you like that and they pet you, take your thumb, and now I want you to feel on your own mouth. Go look.
Ow, hey.
He's about to do it. You press right below the tongue and you push with your thumb. And
I just shoved my hand all the way back in their mouth.
Yeah, or that. The reason why you do that is because it teaches them they're not allowed to get that rough with you. And you can even do the puppy scream, which is as loud and as high pitched as you can. And the reason why you do that is
it's okay if you nibble.
them
It's not okay if you bite.
that it's not okay. Because they don't understand the word no. And when you go, hey, I'm not saying that for, like, if you go, no, or hey, in a human voice, it's too much like barking to them. They don't understand.
There we go.
You have to show them in their language.
Puppy.
He's a very happy puppy, but especially because he's a male, he's going to be rougher.
I don't know. The girls can be just as bad. I don't care what anybody says.
Greta was bad, but in my experience, I should say, Orion was worse because Greta liked to be rough, but once I established with her it was wrong, she gave up. With Orion, he didn't want to hear that it was wrong. He didn't care. He was like, fuck you, I'm going to do it anyway.
I think that's more of an individual personality thing than it is a gender thing. Yeah.
That Orion's an asshole, I know.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've had, I forgot the Nightbot's on.
Fine. Keep it
Huh?
on. Keep it on.
Um, what was I saying? Oh, I've had little girls that have been really just absolute vicious little pills. Would beat the shit out of their mother. I mean, they just would not leave her alone.
Well, he is definitely in it now.
Yeah, he's
I think he just forgets it's wrong. No, because, and that's the one thing that, and Chick, I know you're new to our side of it. We're pretty, can't be wrong if I don't remember it's wrong. With, we tell a lot of people, even though, yeah, it's cute, remember not to humanize, my God.
humanize,
Thank you. Humanize,
anthropomorphize.
what an animal is doing because they think so much differently than we do.
Oh, yeah.
Different. And a lot of times, what up, Amarada? Anarcha Rica.
Hey, yo, good to see ya.
Uniquely Erica. Dogs play different. Our trainer explained to us how dogs will check each other by mouthing. Right. Oh, okay. See, Chick, I never know because I have had some folks that genuinely think, oh, they're just being a baby. And, oh, it gets so infuriating. Plus, I will say, because I'm a little nervous tonight, my joke ability is regrettably delayed. So if you see me being a little less laughy, you know why, guys. So don't take it.
Him.
Well, Stardust, for $2,000, who's yours?
Plus travel expenses.
Right.
That's the hard part, is when you want to sell someone out of state. The travel expenses is rough.
I mean,
you don't want to ship them over. You basically have to have someone fly up and ride with them back, because you don't want to put them in the hold. They kind of need to fly in the pressurized area, and if you do it by land, especially since I'm in Montana, it takes forever.
Oh no, Chick, don't apologize. It's me.
She's just worried. I've been there too. We've all been there.
And the problem is with me, I've been there where it's ended in death. So I'm a little, unlike before where I could be like, oh, you're just panicking. Now I can be like, no animals have died. So it's rough. It's okay. I'm here to compensate jokeability levels, right?
Oh, we took a baby.
Did you get any new chocolate as of late, darling?
I have not. I'm not eating through it very fast, as I am not trying to gorge too much on that kind of thing. But we won't discuss my sugar intake because it's been bad anyway.
Yo, okay, so speaking of body issues, so I don't know about you, but around the same time I had the sinus infection issue. My boss and I both had sinus issues really bad. On top of that, I think I met like nearly a dozen other people who all told me they had sinus issues too at the restaurants in my area. Now, the other day I made myself protein muffins from Kodiak. That day, out of nowhere, I started swelling. And I've had leg swelling and belly swelling ever since. And I was like, well, clearly I'm retaining salt. So I'm getting myself, I'm drinking more water, avoiding any and all, things like that. And then I met 3 other women in town that all randomly have started swelling in their legs. And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? Like, it's so weird. And it's like, it goes away, but it's, I don't know if you guys ever swollen where you can tell the swelling refuses to stop. So like it might go down, but you can feel it's right there ready to blow up again.
Yeah, it's just on the edge.
Yeah, I'm planning on taking some turmeric tea. I have turmeric tea and a couple others. I keep drinking the coffee because I don't want to pee a lot, but I'm going to have to start drinking tea. But see, my water, well, I am drinking the city water technically because when I'm at work, I drink filtered city water.
Hmm.
And I drink a lot more of that because I sweat more at work. So I'm drinking like I think it's a 25 ounce. I'm drinking 2 or 3 of a 25 ounce while I'm at work. Um, so it might be the city water.
Well,
Who
if it's
knows?
filtered, it should be fine as long as the filter's been changed recently.
We change it fairly often because we're a
Yeah.
restaurant. But it's I don't know. It's very weird. It's very weird. Oh, thank you, chick. Go get some sleep, honey.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams. But yeah, it's like I don't know what it is. And then today, it has been smoggy all day, like dust in the air.
Hmm.
Never like that down here. So I don't know if the cloud of smoke from Canada has finally made its way here. I got no idea.
No, we've got smoke from Canada here, but that's normal this time of year.
And so it's just like I don't know what's going on. I it's weird. This is a weird week. I feel weird. I am probably not getting any sleep tonight now.
No, I would imagine you're going to have a serious problems with the sleep.
Penny made it really difficult. The first night I had Penny home, I didn't want to run the risk of not hearing if something went wrong. So when I sleep on the couch, I wake up really easy. I had her trapped, guys. Now, for you that don't know it, Penny collapsed randomly last year. She started screaming, her tongue went black, she went limp. And the vets were like, she's at death's door. You're gonna have to we're gonna have to put her down and da 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 da. So we bring her to the vet, we get her into the oxygen box. And they're like, she's in a coma, she's this, she's that, she's not going to survive. So okay. So I'm crying because Penny was only like 7 or 8 years old. She's a baby. It's ridiculous. And I whatchamacallit, Starman and I are sitting in the vet's office. I'm crying, he's crying. And out of the back of the hallway, we hear like this loud screaming meow. And I'm like, well, I know that's not Penny. And I said it to Matt, like I was trying to be silver lining. And then the vet comes around the door with Penny screaming. And I'm like, and I literally know where to I went, Penny! Like and she said, we opened the oxygen door and she just woke up. And she woke up screaming. Well, the problem was when she woke up, she couldn't walk, she couldn't see. The only time she calmed down was when she felt my arms around her. Which to this day I was like, so the next day she could see again, but she couldn't walk. And when she did walk, it was like, and I was posting videos to you guys. Yeah, a lot. If you were watching my Instagram, and like you guys would see it. That night, I put her on the heating blanket. We put up a little gate so I could get in quickly to see her.
Hmm.
I woke up the next morning. Now, I had tried to stay awake. I fell asleep around 1 or 2 in the morning. I woke up the next morning around 6 or 7 a.m. And there was Penny watching me from the couch. She had gotten over the gate and crawled, mind you, couldn't walk more than a foot. She had crawled the whole way, a good 30 feet from the bathroom, up the couch to watch me while I slept.
Aw. No, not you. You're fine.
Hello, Fox.
No, I don't want any kisses. I appreciate you offering, but
You
I'm
don't want
not.
lawnmower kisses?
I'm not. This isn't a lawnmower dog. This is Daddy.
Oh, okay.
This is Rudy.
Listen.
This is the spawner of the spawn.
Oh.
No, I don't want kisses.
Why not? Look how sweet he's being.
No, I don't want kisses.
Kiss him, you monster.
You don't understand. Once he
You
starts, he
don't-
doesn't stop. All right. Just a
Oh,
couple. Okay. All right. That's enough. No more kisses. No more kisses, Minter.
he literally was going
No more
like,
kisses.
"Let me,
Dog.
mother. Let me, mother."
Yes, dirty paws on the lips for the win. Yeah,
Listen,
that's him.
it's all love. It's all love.
Oh, come on.
But
That wasn't nice.
what did he do?
He licked me.
See, I laugh because it's not me, but Orion is bad. But see how gentle he is? Do you know what Orion does?
That's because he knows if he gets rough, he'll be tossed. He's
Yeah.
small enough. I can toss him across the room. I have to.
It takes some effort, and Orion has finally realized how big he is. Because I'll try to push him, and he'll angle himself towards me because he knows he's so heavy. And I'm like, "You motherfucker, get off me!" Like, stop.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I do like the smaller dogs. Is they're much easier to get off of you when you're done.
You know, you'd like to think that, but then have cats. They're very difficult to get off of you. This guy.
This one's sneaky. He's one of those dogs that will try to get you while you're talking, and you end up with a freaking dog tongue in your mouth. Yeah,
That's Orion.
it's like I had no desire to French kiss a dog, but here we are.
We keep our dog's fur cut. Well, I mean, with some dogs, you really shouldn't. Like, it depends on the dog. It really does. If your dog needs its fur trimmed, definitely do it. But let me see something.
It's like you shouldn't cut a husky.
Oh my God. The amount of people that think it's cool to just shave down, double coated, and even triple coat. I will never understand them.
Now, these are double coated, and they do get shaved down, but that's because they're double coated and they have hair.
I can't believe we have 53 viewers on Twitter right now.
I can't believe
I
we have
know at
53
least-
viewers on Twitter either.
Huh?
I can't believe we have 53 viewers on Twitter either.
I know why we do. I just still am surprised.
What'd you do?
You know what I did. Oops, I did it again.
I do have to ask. So, when it comes to things like Eric July doing a fan art contest, what do you think of that?
I mean, here's the thing. And I've said it, and I'll say it to you, obviously, not when I say this, understand I am not snapping at horror in any way, okay? I've said
Which I'm an artist.
when an artist or a creator says, I'm fine with you doing fan art, do it to your heart's content, I don't care what you do, then legally you can do whatever you want because they give you carte blanche. When a creator says, I'm having a fan art contest, you've got carte blanche. But that's not what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Number one, copyright law is very complicated. And on top of that, what a lot of folks don't realize, what I'm saying is, because one person said, well, how many people have you reported for copyright infringement? I'm like, I can't. And they were like, oh, so you'll just sit by and watch a violent crime happen and say nothing? And I'm like, what?
What violent crime?
Well, because they pretty much said, I'm complaining about a crime, but I won't report it. Copyright is not the same as witnessing a kidnapping.
No.
First of all.
Or
okay?
murder.
Or murder. Second of all, unlike with murder, okay, if I got robbed, let's say Horror and I were walking down the street, she robs me, okay? She sees her rob me. The cops go to her. I don't press charges, and they have no proof she robbed me. So what happens to Horror? Horror, what happens to you then? Bupkis. What can she do about it?
Nothing.
Bupkis. If I report to the police, I dial 911 and go, yes, officer, I saw this person drawing Mickey Mouse artwork on Instagram. And they did not get express permission from Disney, nor did they buy the license. What are you going to do about it? It don't fucking work that way, you dimwits. Like,
Yep.
it doesn't work that way. And even if I report it to Disney, it is not that they wouldn't do anything. It's that they would not see me saying it. Like, I don't report it because I understand they literally won't be able to see what I'm saying. I don't have the ability to get to the proper channels to report it. It's worthless for me to say anything. What I'm saying is that yes, no matter what, you could still get sued.
Yep.
Yes, that stupid Dumbo circus picture I did could get me sued. Where did I say once in the entirety of this whole thing that, well, I've never done fan art and I would never do fan art and anyone that does it is below me and talentless? Find it. Show me. Put the crow in my mouth. You can't, because I never said that. I have spoken about it ad nauseum. I've spoken about it continuously. I repeated myself to literally millions of people that, and I'm not lying, I have the numbers to show. I repeated this over and over and over again. That the point is, yes, you are creatively lazy if your entire portfolio is fan art. And
Hmm.
here's why. Since I know there's at least 50 of you watching on Twitter, now you get your answer. Look at Hollywood. Look at Disney. Look at DreamWorks. Look at the state of comic books. What is the number one complaint we all have? Unoriginal, boring, rehashes. They're relying on nostalgia. Do you know why? Take a guess. Because all these people only knew how to be fan artists. They only knew how to create within the confines of rules of someone else's universe, someone else's creation. They don't know how to be creative on their own. So, yes, you can make an OC with someone else's rules, but can you make an original character with your own story out of nowhere? Probably not. All you know how to do is imitate. It doesn't mean you're not talented and you can't draw. These are two different things. Somebody can be a very talented vocalist and be a shit songwriter.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't take away that they have talent. But what I'm saying is, when you continually, because they go, well, it's the only way. The number one thing I heard before is, well, that's the only way I get noticed. So then you know that it's a lazy and an easier way to do it.
Yeah.
Acknowledge that. But you would rather feed into that than try to change that. That's what you're telling me. Because if we all flooded the market with original content rather than fan art, it wouldn't be as popular. Because then it would be more rare. Now, if your goal is that you want to be a creator or rather a storyboard artist, a background artist, you want to work for Disney, then you know what? Do all the fan art you want because you got to build a portfolio to prove you want to work for these people. Great, go off, do you. And as I've said before, which I don't understand why, my personal opinion absolutely wrecks these people so hard. But no matter what I say, I have no control over what you do. I know that I hurt your fifis. I know that I got under your skin. And how I know is the only people that come at me are people whose entire personality is their fetish and fan art.
Yep.
And this is why someone didn't understand why I was laughing about it. It's like an NPC. It's like one person with multiple faces coming after me, every single one, pronouns and bio, under the age of 25, having 3 different mental disorders, being some form of LGBTQIAA plus X minus. Ugh. They're all the same. They don't know how to not be triggered by that because it's going after something that they consider a core personality trait.
Yep.
That's why you're all mad at me. Because you don't know how to be your own person. You only know how to imitate. You only know how to identify with the box. So that's why, yes, I understand you don't like what I said. I understand that now that has made me a shitty artist and terrible person, and I'm a Nazi and I'm this and I'm that and the other. No matter what you say, I'm not wrong. You just don't like what I said. And then a lot of them are like, oh, so you're only gay if you get the art. No. I said it before. I follow the way the copyright laws work. The copyright laws state if the IP holder says it's okay for you to do it, then do it. So what else? I'm the IP holder. So I say, go ahead and make fan art of my stuff. That's it. That's all there was to it.
I love it when people make fan art of my Cthulhu corn.
Right.
It makes me feel good. Great.
It makes me feel good. But the problem is, and there is a vast difference. Someone doing fan art of your character to give to you to show appreciation, whether you all want to admit it or not, is not the same thing as you redrawing the most famous scene from Naruto, Inuyasha, popular Disney movies, because you all know you're not doing it just because you're a fan. You're doing it so you get more clicks, get more likes, get more follows, and get more potential commissions.
Yeah,
Which is
buying
why,
drawing me fan art won't do that for you.
huh?
Drawing fan art for me won't do that for you.
Which is why you know that a company could go after you, even if you're not monetizing or getting a commission for that picture. They can go back and say, well, all of their works are of my creation. They did not make a parody of it. It is not transformative because whether you like it or not, adding extra details, making it look flowery, or just doing it in your style is not transformative. 75% of the work has to be changed and cannot be like the original in any way in order for it to be transformative. That's the law. Just drawing it in your style doesn't transform it if you can tell exactly what the fuck it was. So this is why I get a kick out of it. You all know exactly what's happening. You do it because it's popular, because it generates views, and you're gonna get. And I love they're all like, it's just because you're jealous because you don't get the views. If I was jealous and I wanted the views, wouldn't I then be doing the fan art and have tons of failed fan art on my page? No. I consider myself a successful artist in the fact that I've had people pay for my artwork, that I have people that enjoy it, and that I have people that compliment me on it.
Mhm.
People that are complete strangers. Because it's crazy. The only ones who shit on my artwork are the people that are mad at me for my opinions. I wonder why that is. So crazy. And again, they're all kids. They're all these are all children. These are all people who don't understand half
Oh,
of the
shit.
world.
Thank you, Ryan, for the $20 for the lawnmower fund. I missed that. I apologize.
You. Is that how
Yeah,
much
we're gonna have
it
to fix
costs?
that lawnmower.
But so I hope, Hara, does this answer your question? Or do I make sense in what I'm saying?
No, you make sense of what you're saying. I mean, anytime your portfolio consists only of somebody else's artwork, it means you're not putting any personal thought into it. So I'm not really good at art,
Right.
but I do sing. I will admit I cannot write a song. I can't. Because I lack the ability to see where the notes should be and where they're supposed to go from. I mean, I can write lyrics, but I couldn't write the music.
So you're a lyricist, but
I
you're
could be.
not a musician.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a musician. But more than anything, I am a singer. I can sing a song, but that's an entirely different art form on top of it. too.
Mm.
So, um, I don't know how really good I am at it. I am not particularly good at ad-libbing it. I can sing a song as given to me. But I haven't had a lot of practice in terms of making the song my own with my own style. Now, with art, making it your own with your own style is way different from, for example, just copying Mickey Mouse. Anybody
Even
can
if you're
trace Mickey
drawing your
Mouse.
style of it, at the end of the day, if people can easily tell it's Mickey Mouse and it's Mickey Mouse's red shorts and da da da, then you're still just drawing Mickey Mouse.
Next time I get drunk, Sleazy.
Ooh, I'm with him.
Like I said, next time I get drunk.
When I normally don't have all this, "Dream a Little Dream" is my song.
I love that song. It's a good song.
Can you tell, guys? Even when I was little,
Oh, I love
stars
On
were always
Yours.
the
It's a
theme.
good song too.
Stars were always the theme. I'm good with Aerosmith, Journey. I sing Journey really well. I typically do very well with songs that men sing. I don't know why, because usually I carry a feminine tune.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, I do better with men's songs. But I am really good incoming. It's fun.
Cats.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, Jason Mraz, I'm really
I
good
like.
with his songs.
I love them.
Bruno Mars, I'm good with his songs. Uh, but again, you know, and someone asked me that on Twitter. Do I consider cover artists the same as fan artists? Yes, when you only do covers, you're no different than a fan artist.
Yep.
Find a lyricist. Go get one. I couldn't figure out that word last night, by the way. I couldn't figure out how to say songwriter. So I was so tired. I kept writing person who writes your song. Like, words did not work last night because I was getting so many people coming at me sideways. And
Again.
they really don't like that I answer really quick. My job is online. I'm always on my phone. Except when I'm at the restaurant, I'm always on my phone because I'm interacting with my followers. I'm posting videos for the restaurant. I'm posting videos for my other boss. I'm doing my own social media. So yeah, I'm gonna answer quickly. I'm right there.
Mm.
And they're like, "Oh, clearly you want attention. So what do? I lean all the way in. I'm like, thank you, Daddy. Oh, I'm so glad you came along. I was so lonely. What would I do without you? Thank you for coming to my page. My algorithm hits needed you." And they don't. The best part is they think I'm serious.
Oh yeah, they always do.
I know some of you are watching on Twitter right now. If you really think I'm serious about half the shit I say to you, then you really do need to get off Twitter and touch grass. I'm just saying. I love to fuck with them. I love it. Because I want to see one of them. Number one, I used a hell of a boss GIF. You saw the one where I was
Mhm.
like, get ready for the ride. Just so you know, that character's hella bi, hella liberal. I know. I watched the show. And Vivzy Pop is also very liberal. And she supports this, and that. And I was like, I know. I watch her shit. Well, I'm so glad you support LGBTQIAA+++, and you're going to be doing your own art in support of it.
No.
Number one, I can like a creator
Night Wookie.
and still not support the alphabet soup. Okay? Like, the alphabet mafia is not the same thing. Okay? First and foremost. Second of all, just because I can enjoy content doesn't mean I have to make it. Well, why not? And I was like, wait till this guy finds out I'm bisexual. And he was like, well, why not? Are you ashamed of being bi? I'm like, it's not a point of pride. Like, I didn't wake up like, oh, the bi pride is strong in me today. Like, I feel like fucking bitches and hoes. Like, I don't understand it. Like, why do I need to feel pride about what I'm attracted to. That is not an achievement. It doesn't make me a better or worse person.
I wake up attracted to men every morning. Every morning I wake up and I'm still just
Where
into
is
men.
your
And you know
loving
what?
pride?
There's
We don't want to hear about your pussy pride. Shut up. Bro, she been up my ass this last week. But it's just like, and this person, because I could tell they were trying to sit there and say, they wanted me to say, I don't support LGBT. Like they were trying so hard to get me to say it. And I'm like, I'm not gonna say it. Because they had all these canned responses.
I
Like
always do.
they always do. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Like, you're not original. Why do you like any of you watching right now, why do you think I say the same thing over and over again? Because you all say the same shit over and over. It's the same thing over and over. So I'm just going to troll you now. So you're wasting your time. So go ahead, comment on the same 3 pictures everyone else has commented on. Show me the same dry, crusty, and busted screenshot everyone keeps coming at me for. And then walk away angry anyway. I love when they're like, don't give Republicans any attention, says all the people that keep quote tweeting me. And then they block me, which I think is hilarious. Bro, we just dropped like 7 people. Bye, Twitter people. And whatchamacallit, they keep commenting and then literally nanoseconds later blocking me.
They can't. It's one of the few things I really find very irritating about the internet is the idea that you can just say something and run away.
Oh, they all do. They're all cowards, all of them. They're big and brave while they're on Twitter in that big Twitter bubble. And that's it. Shadow Warden. Yeah, Warden. I remembered. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. But Warden.
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 He's talking about my gilded Twitter, my gilded drama. So,
oh God, gilded? You have a gilded?
yeah, I've gilded.
I had it for like 3 seconds.
I dropped Discord because I didn't like the fact that they're monitoring your behavior on other platforms.
Oh, like TikTok does?
I don't use TikTok either, so.
I don't know after 40. They all feel like they need to. They all feel like they have to have, like, I don't even know, dude. They feel like they need to, whatchamacallit, they need to agree 100% with somebody all the time, or else you can't possibly support them in any way. And it just happens so often. That's how they all act. They all act like because they don't agree with me. Clearly, I'm a bigot, a Nazi, whatever. Whatever.
Okay,
Copy,
so am I.
paste, insert. But, so tell me about your gilded drama.
Oh, it's nothing special. We have had a friend. He's still a friend. He's just got his own issues.
And
Yeah, ANCAP gamer. He So you know I'm an anarchist. He is also an anarchist.
you are?
Yes, right? I
Nice.
think the government should burn.
Nice.
But
I don't know if I can talk anymore to her. She and I don't agree politically. She and I do not sit identical in the political space.
no.
I'm not allowed to talk to her anymore. Stream over, bye. No.
Bye. See you later. We'll be back next week. But yes, so 4th of July. I have no problems as an anarchist celebrating the 4th of July because for one thing, it's celebrating one thing that I very much agree with, overthrowing a tyrannical government. I am always for overthrowing tyrannical governments. And that
You
is
had a lot of tea that day.
the very spirit of the 4th of July is standing up to a government that's stepping on you and saying, fuck off. We're going to get rid of you. That's what the Declaration of Independence is all about. Read it again, and then read it again and come back and talk to me. But we had a fellow in the Gilded who was calling everybody, no.
I wanted you to keep talking. That's why I pointed and not said a word.
I'm not good at that. I can't look at something and talk at the same time because whatever's in it will come out my mouth. We learned that the hard way in Sheep got booted off of Twitter, and I asked why he got booted off of Twitter, and we were sitting in a Red Lobster, and he shows me the tweet he got booted off of Twitter
This
for.
was recently, right? I'm assuming.
Oh no, this was sometime last year.
Oh, okay.
But he showed me the tweet he got booted off of Twitter for, as I'm eating a Cheddar Bay biscuit. The tweet he got booted off of Twitter for was the N-word with the hard R. So I am looking at this and we're talking and he puts it in front of my face and I say the word. And this is what I love about Sheep. Is anytime I say
really in front of my Cheddar Bay biscuit.
Yes, he says the Cheddar Bay biscuits brings out the racism in me. But what I love about him is anytime I say that word or anything that word adjacent, he genuinely gets excited.
Horror. The shirt that says the biscuits bring out the bigots.
I might need that shirt. You're not wrong.
See, I'm getting that. My image of this scenario is him holding the phone to her and her having a mouthful of biscuit and going.
I didn't know more biscuits for you. Biscuits turn her into Ryan Knell. You're not wrong.
Oh, one bite of the biscuit and we got Nick Fuentes 2.0.
Yeah. But yeah, so
oh god.
Yeah. So that happened.
Biscuit for Chad.
But yeah, so we the fellow was my gilded basically, you know, everybody is doing the normal thing you do on a holiday. Happy 4th of July, blah blah blah. And he starts back with happy Stockholm syndrome. And we're like, yeah, you know, we kind of get it. But at the same time, this day is about celebrating the government itself. It's about the breaking away from a government, blah, blah, blah. And he just kind of kept going with it. And
so he didn't let it go at all.
No. And then you know how I am. I get to that point where I'm just going to break it down for you. And point by point. 1, it's not a day about the government.
It's a day about us.
It's people are allowed to celebrate it however they want to, and there's
isn't that the point of freedom?
It's about freedom. It's a day literally about celebrating freedom and celebrating that time a group of people got together. I don't think I'm ever gonna get Red Lobster to sponsor me with that language. Oh shit. No, I don't Oh.
It's bringing all the most.
Oh my god. But yeah,
be on Rumble for what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
I'm dead. God.
But so you know, we and then the third one is because Stardust was pointing out that his behavior
I can't not have these. The problem is not everyone's gonna get to see on the replay the comments except for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta.
I
Gotta
understand.
make sure these beauties are there and
They're
enshrined,
immortal.
immortalized.
But yeah, so the Stardust pointed out, his behavior was basically the same as a leftist. You're not listening to
Trying to
anybody
get
else's
fascist
point.
about it.
Yeah, being fascist about it. You're not listening to anybody else's point. You're not letting people live the way they want to live. And at that point, he chose to leave. So,
Listen, you can't handle the heat. And that's the thing, like, people who are very stuck in their political ways, they kind of get to that point. What is this? Let's all get.
I'm not saying no. I mean, that's a great way to kick off a resolution.
Let's all get in the car and do 170 miles an hour, guys.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We can't figure out whose crack cocaine it was 3 days later. Hunter Biden, 170 miles an hour in a Corvette. Great, guys. Anyways.
Good night, uniquely Erica.
Good night, darling. Sorry that we broke half the eardrums, but but thank you for joining us. No, it's just no matter, and I've seen a lot of extremists lately. Like, again, we're not talking about animals. I know, shut up.
Humans are animals, it counts.
That's true. She always is like, we never stay on track. Shut up. I still want to try to pretend professionals. Anyways.
This is why I'll never be famous.
This is why we'll never be liked.
All the best people will like us. That's what matters.
That's true. All these assholes right here, they're assholes with us. So, but whatchamacallit? I've seen a lot of like extremists lately, and including people in our sphere. Like the whole thing with the surrogacy and shit like that, which I'm going to go into deeper tomorrow on my stream. You go back 2 or 3 years ago, we were at that balance, at least a little bit. But they shoved it so hard now that people like, what? Now what was the derp? It was Rachel the other night laying out the knockers. Now we've got derp coming up come around, hit another one. Whatchamacallit though? They don't want anybody to disagree with them because they feel so incensed and almost indoctrinated in what they believe in. And the fact that ANCAP was unable to handle anyone disagreeing with him, like you said, that's as bad as the liberals did it. And I've said this for years, and I used to say it before about the abortion topic. If the only way you can handle the conversation is if everyone eventually blindly agrees with you, or you have to change the words to make it more comfortable, then when you're challenged in your convictions, if the only response you have is to walk away instead of defend them, are you actually strong in your convictions? How much do you actually believe them? And that's a real question. Because again, and we could use this whole situation with me. How many of these people come at me and then instead of listening to what I say, understanding the copyright rules as they stand, they go after the fact that I'm fat, that I got buck teeth. They go after my art. They say I'm ugly. They make fun of me for being Republican. They try to go after my ideals. They can't talk to me one-on-one about it. They try to whataboutism. And then when they can't refute what I say, they go, well, You're supposed to, just because it's a law, doesn't you gotta follow it? Oh, you're this, and then what do? They block me, or they just mute me, and then they tell everyone else, "Don't interact with her." Don't, just like the Asian talk people. We're not gonna say her name. We're not. I still laugh at that. Although they must be reveling the fact that my TikTok's finally gone. It'll be back. Don't worry. I'll just make a new one. But you know, it's the same thing over and over again. Oh God, now what?
Uh, Sheep. He's gonna order some cheddar bay biscuits on Amazon. Honey, I believe we have some in the freezer.
I was gonna say you have freezer ones you can get, guys.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure there's cheddar bay biscuits like
And
in
they're
the
pretty
freezer
darn good,
right
those
now.
frozen ones. I can't lie. They do a good job. When you really want a little something, something. Yeah, I don't get them too often. I get them like once a year. Like, I haven't gone to Red Lobster easily 8 years. But those biscuits fucking slapped. I'm sorry.
Oh no, those biscuits are great.
And I'm gonna say something. You want controversy? My fellow Americans, I'm about to slap down controversy. They are better than the Olive Garden breadsticks. I said what I said.
Well, duh.
Everyone argues at me. Everyone gets mad, including Starman, everybody. They all say the Olive Garden breadsticks are better. The only time that Olive Garden breadsticks are better is to use in the chicken gnocchi soup they have. Otherwise, I always stream on Mondays, right, Wade?
Yep, that's what we do.
Yep, I do Mothered or Smothered with Peachy and Faye Queen on Sundays. I do
Homemade is best. You're right.
yes, but we are talking about if we're gonna be typical fat ass Americans, and we're gonna go out to a chain restaurant that pretends to be something it's not, who has the better free bread? And I don't even consider the rest of them. Oh, Charlie's comes close. Their little yeasty things are pretty good, or at least they used to be. I don't know now. Do we hold the whole thing of Red Lobster biscuits?
Hell yeah, I've done that.
You've crossed the line again, Star. Oh, so what started me in the beginning? I worked for Gothics, as most of you know, and she would stream, and I saw how it really connected her with her audience. And in the beginning, almost all of my followers were followers of Gothics only. They knew me as her assistant. And we had gotten into a camaraderie and talking. And I, at the time, was just coming back into really drawing. And I wanted a reason to force myself to draw every day or every week. And I wanted to be, because like,
Hey, Heron.
hi, Heron, where you been? Besides fighting a ghost with your guns. But Waffle House, you know what? I'm not even going to fight that. I got to tell a story. So, I wanted to make sure when I started my channel that I included things that were important to me. So, my animals, drawing, stars, which is why, even though it doesn't make any sense, all of my marketing is stars. Does it really work out? No, but I want it, so I keep it. So, I try to build up it on that. And I was like, at the time, I was working for No System. And I tried to carve out a day that I knew would work within the confines of me working for No System with Starman's schedule, and that wouldn't burn me out. And Tuesday worked out as a really good day for me to stream because it was a day that typically I wasn't doing anything. I had no meetings, and it worked out with Gothic's schedule as well. Because at the time I was still helping her a little bit. So I chose that. So that way, it didn't matter if nobody showed up. I would have weekly evidence of me drawing, watching what I was doing, and enjoying it. And as I did it, a lot of people kept asking me to stream. So I think the first stream I ever went on was Alan Roberts. I think I went on Ruined Leon's stream, even though we don't talk anymore. Uh, I've who else? Dangerous Rhetoric, Midweek Hump.
Yep.
It was very weird. The first people who ever wanted me on a stream, though, was Dangerous Rhetoric. From the very beginning, they were messaging me on Twitter, and I was like, me?
That first invite's so flattering. Actually, they're all flattering.
They're all flattering because, so like for instance, I am doing a collaboration with another YouTuber, and she very candidly said to me, she was afraid to ask me. And I was like, why?
Yeah, I get that all the time.
And they said that she was a little intimidated because she sees my reach. You know, I may not be a large YouTuber, but I am friends with several large YouTubers. I'm able to talk to them. I'm friends with people like you who talk to very large YouTubers, and you guys have large connections like Quarter Black Garrett and things like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So, you know, you don't think about it until I lay out the line. You realize all the people you guys interact with who, you know, are relatively large in our political space.
Yeah.
So it catches them off guard when they see me, which honestly I forget about it until someone said it, because I'll be very frank with you guys. And I know it's gonna sound unbelievable. I really don't think about this as real. I obviously with you, when I live stream with a friend, but a lot of it is very hard to believe is real. Like,
It's the internet.
it's the internet. And I understand it's real.
But it's
Maybe
not
it's
real.
autistic in me, but I can very much separate. Like, to me, the restaurant is real consequences. All these things like that. But with this, it could all disappear tomorrow. And while that would suck, my life would still go on.
Yep.
Does that make any sense to you?
No, it makes perfect sense to me. I love what I do on the internet. And as much as I would like to make a career out of it, because it's what it is, I know that I can't. I'm not real.
I can't with this woman.
I know I can't, you know, it can't be my life because my life is here. My life is spending time with sheep. My life is spending time with my mother. It's taking care of my pets. And while I want to treat it like a job to some degree, I don't want to forget my life. I don't want to forget the real stuff. And yeah, imposter syndrome is a huge thing. Let's not even. I've suffered from it constantly. I always have people coming up and telling me that they think I'm such a big deal, and it's like, are you high? What drugs are you on? Can I have some?
I always put it as, oh, if somebody thinks, like, I had somebody today, a follower of mine, like, I've had it happen several times where people go, I'm fangirling, I'm starstruck, and I'm like, really? Cool. And that's as far as I go, because someday that's not going to happen, and I accept that. That's okay. It's what is scarier to me, and I think I said it on stream yesterday. So we had an event on Thursday morning. And it was for another member of the Chamber of Commerce in my town. And nearly everyone at that table knew my name, but I didn't know almost any of theirs. And I was like, and it occurred to me because,
Sounds like my life.
well, here's the problem. So I'm the assistant to the owner of my restaurant, and she caters most of the events in town. And she's getting a lot of name for herself. I also do the social media for someone who works very close with the Chamber of Commerce. She half of the clientele she has are the chamber. So they see my face everywhere. And one of the woman hosting the event said, "Everyone knows who Cassandra is." And I was like, it hit me. I was like, so I have to be very careful what I do here. Not for anything that affects me, but because the two women I work for, I don't know how negatively it would affect them if the chamber found out that I was Republican. Oh, the lady that said it to me is Republican and she works hard. I don't know. It's a matter of
Local politics gets so weird.
the image. I mean, I love her character that she designed. I think it's
I love
adorable.
my character. And that's why I've gone back to using it when I do my gaming streams. That and it allows me a little more freedom when I'm doing my gaming streams. And I've brought it back a couple times when I just didn't feel like being on screen. So it's very useful for that.
That's the other thing I like about the drawing one, because it's above. I can look as sloppy as I want that day. I don't have to wear nothing. Frankly, guys, if you told me 2 years ago I would be on stream without a bra and without makeup, I wouldn't have believed you. But I've purposely done it because one, I'm frugal and I'll waste a lot of makeup that way. A lot of it. And I actually noticed it affected my eyes
Mm.
using so much makeup because I did it a lot because I was putting makeup on every week and
Hey, Nadia.
hey Nadia. And just overall. All right. I'm gonna put this old man down. You keep talking about your originating on stream. I'm gonna go check on the
Oh, yeah.
little
So I started streaming for a few reasons. One was listening to Eric July talk about how people have to actually go out and get involved in culture. So I didn't really know of a lot of ways I could do that. But, I'd been thinking about getting into streaming. AnCap, gamer that we were just talking about, who left my server, was actually one of the main pushers for that. He really thought that I should get into it, and so he helped me do a lot of the setup. The final one was my little brother, and my little brother was kind of encouraging in the beginning of it, and was way back in those dark days of the Cooth. And I didn't really have a lot to do. I had a I still have work from home jobs, kind of, but I had a work from home job that I did off and on. And so with my spare time, I went ahead and did my my streaming. And my first few months was probably, I didn't do any kind of face or anything. It was just me playing. My very, very first stream was actually Subnautica. My next was I streamed Cyberpunk 2077 all the way through. Then I came up with the idea for my avatar. Sheep actually drew the little, you can see the little picture down there. He actually drew that for me. And then I had a website create the very first version of my avatar. Absolutely, Nadia. Anytime. Just you can DM me on Twitter or anywhere else, really. Feel free to hit me up anytime. But I had them do the avatar for me. They rigged it for me. It was okay. I liked it, and I've improved it since then. Think it needs a little more work. But if anybody knows anybody who's good at live 2D rigging, feel free to send them my way. Well, he seems curious enough.
Well, that's what I brought him out for. He feels a little warm. He does feel like he's got a bit of a fever. Oh, yeah? You want chatter?
Oh, that sucks, Anarcha.
When I tell you guys, and I know this sounds silly, what would devastate me more than anything is if something happens to this kitten. And it's not that I don't love all my other cats, but Bastion's death really hit me very hard because I found him on Mother's Day, and it felt like my mom and Brandon kind of like blessed me with a kitten because I kept saying to Starman, I want a red kitten again. I want a red kitten again. And then we got one and then he died. And when I tell you Bastion was perfect in every way, he was the perfect cat. Like he had a great personality. And then I find this little boy and he is a lot like Bastion, just more of a hellion. He very possibly related to Bastion because where he was, and he's just such a sweet little boy. Found him on Mother's Day, red kitten. So this isn't Sinbad. This is Dante.
That's Dante. Yep.
Yeah, Sinbad's about like 5 times the size.
Yeah, he does. He seems alert. So
Well, see, I was a
a
reaction.
little slow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, all right. So I'm gonna show you guys a couple of things you can test. So see, like the blinking thing.
Mm-hmm.
What you do is you make sure you can test if they react like that. So that's a good sign. What are you doing? But he's a kitten. Now, I will say this when I had him in here last time. He was this chill last time, but was very
Yeah,
vibrant otherwise. So I'm not too concerned right now. And he did stand up quicker than when I
that's good.
did him a little while ago. Like he didn't stand up at all last time. I opened the door, I reached in. This time I walked up and he sat up. So I'm hoping the Orbax is helping a little bit. I'm just and he's see how he's pulling that away?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Like Dante. See, he's watching you right now, so
Yeah, he's definitely absorbed.
oh yeah,
So he seems. I think he'll probably be okay.
I hope so. It's the
Seems to
problem is
be.
with kittens, and especially with having Calliope in the house. My biggest concern is that even though I've been very careful, and the kittens have never interacted with the adults, my biggest worry is that they've contracted FIP before they've gotten vaccinated,
Yeah.
and that is my biggest worry. But
He's like, whatever's over there is more interesting, Mom.
oh, oh,
Oh, he's watching it. Yeah, I think he's getting better.
yeah, yeah, you took a
There
boy.
you go.
Go get it. Yeah, you're like, no, I'm comfortable. That's fine.
But
I
yeah,
just,
so
yeah. So I apologize, guys. Seriously, this is the one thing where my, a lot of you don't see how I get very obsessive laser focused on stuff because I'm pretty good. But when something has me distracted, the only thing I want to do is focus on it. So that's why I've got my Switch ready in my bedroom. Probably gonna be playing a lot of Zelda tonight. Just staying up, making sure. Although this does give me a little more
comfort.
comfort, just having him out here, making sure he's all right. We gave him almost an entire can of wet food to himself.
Oh, wow.
And, well, I say can, but it was like little tiny ones. So, oh, he is fascinated with you, sister.
Well, actually, no, he seems to be more over that direction towards the cat tree you
Well,
have
he's
back there.
hearing Zoro go to the bathroom, but you
Oh.
also, so you're right there and there, so he's seeing you in 2 spots. But
Oh.
now, yeah, now it's all Zoro. He hears someone go.
I'm a little allergic to cats, but I have them anyway.
The day, well, that was what I got worried about, when I got sick.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that out of nowhere, I had suddenly developed the allergy, and I was like,
No.
get a shot or something. Like, we gonna have to do something because the one thing I'm not doing is getting rid of my babies.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, it happened to me. I was, 35 when I suddenly developed a severe tree nut allergy.
it's the I thought he was starting to purr. I got all excited because he's a major purr. Um, when I developed my nature allergies around the age of 31, 32, that sucked. Sora, for fuck's sake. I apologize if anybody heard that. Oh my god.
I always had I've always had nature allergies, so
No, I was. You aren't going over there, sir.
he doesn't need to go over there. Even though he wants to, you can tell.
Oh yeah, well, every animal, I don't know what it is. They get this like laser focus on Zorro. It's like we need to find the one that would hate us the most. Let's go love on him. Happens every time.
No, that's happening with the old man downstairs, the puppies. No matter what, no matter how still or quiet or doing nothing he is, the puppies just want to harass him.
Too interesting not to. Orion is the worst though. Oh, Orion is the worst. And that's how I knew, by the way, about the whole snake thing. Because when Orion walks up to Zorro, he'll sniff him and then he'll jerk his head away. And the reason why is because Zorro slaps the shit out of him all the time. What are you looking at? You got this look on your face.
I'm just reading the chat. I'm not sure what they're talking about.
What made you want to read a book from someone that worked for an institute? What?
Yeah. I think they must be talking about a conversation they've had somewhere else at some other point, but
It has to be because I'm confused. Listen,
night,
folks,
Nadia.
Sammy, all of you, we're talking about babies here.
Talking about kittens. Come on.
God. I'm
But
crashing.
yeah, definitely message me tomorrow, Nadia, and we'll talk.
Listen, if you get curious and want to walk around, that's a bonus for me.
Oh, he's already there.
Yeah, he's already there. See how he's a little wiggly though? Like
No, you've
normally
never had
he
this
is not
convo?
wiggly on his feet. What, baby boy? Zorro, that stank ass like shit. My God, boy.
The hell book are you guys talking about?
Is the orange cat stereotype true?
Yes.
See, I don't know. Because I had Seamus, Bob, Bastion, Sinbad, and now Dante. I can honestly say the only two cats that fit the red cat stereotype were Bastion and Sinbad. And now kind of Dante. I know you're not going to chew on my damn straw,
Of course he is.
boy. Oh, he sees himself in the TV section. Oh, hold on, then let me give him this. Here, come on.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. All right.
Look,
You guys they're talking about Anarcharica's channel. Okay.
here we go. Yeah, look in the mirror. Observe yourself. See, I'm happy. I'm getting a little waggy tail. He's showing interest. Yes. Anything to get those juices flowing. Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy. Oh, last night on stream, everyone kept asking what the boa on me was, so I had to make this little sign. No, sir. You're not going anywhere. See,
I'm
you're
not gonna
making me
lie.
happy, but at the same time, this also means I'll have to bring you back into the room.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm fine with that. As long as you're acting more like you. Because on the bed, he was just laying down.
Yeah.
Like just a little loaf. And when you're a kitten,
That's
not
not
normal.
normal. Nope.
That's not normal. Yeah, let's see if you want to play.
He's like, I'm not quite ready to play, Mom, but I'll get there.
He's almost there. You gonna get me?
I'm not gonna lie, the last few times we've gone to the farmer's market, they've got a guy selling fur there.
What kind of fur?
Coyote, otter, beaver, badger, fox, a lot of just mink. I mean, they've got all the fur.
Does he catch it all wild?
I'm not sure. I think he buys it from other people. But I've been really tempted to buy one.
Little bubblegum gums. That's what we want to see. See, I found this company. I think it's called Ugly Chews or something like that. And it's fur and skin dried and dehydrated and rolled up.
Hmm.
It looks really good. It's expensive. What you looking at? What you looking at, baby?
Yeah, I think he buys it from fur traders. Because it says on his sign when you walk up that he buys fur. So
Then yeah, he probably buys it. See, I am fine with fur traders that go out and hunt. I'm not cool with the foot traps. I just feel like they're I don't know.
he actually has the shaman hats. The coyote pelts. He's got those. But I'm not gonna lie, I've always wanted a fur coat.
I would have had one. I gave away my inheritance. I would have had a full white mink coat. Oh, you getting squirrely. That's what I wanted to see. All right, I'm going to go put you back with your brothers. I shall be right back. Now that I know that he's getting a little more...
That he's doing better. She's feeling way better now. You can tell, folks.
Oh my God, yes. I can think now.
Get one? I'm tempted. I'm not going to be able to get it now. It's going to have to wait until probably next month. But they have some really gorgeous fox fur. And it's really, really tempting. But we'll see. We'll see. A few more farmers markets. Well, all summer left, really. I want a shaman hat so bad. I think they have some bear even. I don't remember. My daughter's had a fur coat at every size since she was a baby. I'm jealous. I had a rabbit fur coat when I was really, really young. But all my other fur coats have been fake fur. Vintage, they belong to her grandma. Wow. You know, I can verify all the other fur coats I've ever had were fake. So I've had some rabbit's foots, but I don't know how I feel about that now. StarMorata, you got to keep working on Ripa for a Bloodroot hat. I will. No, we are going to get that Bloodroot hat. You saw when I asked him about it. He was interested. He was curious. He was thinking about it. So we can absolutely get that. That hat is awesome. I had a fox fur hat that I bought from an antique store, but it was stolen. Aw. My dad was going to give me my great-grandma's fur coat, but I was in my teenage vegan phase. No!
He had a growth spurt, guys.
Oh my God, he got huge. That was fast.
I guess.
What'd you feed him?
Well, you know, Miracle Grow for kittens.
Miracle Grow for kittens.
Hi, baby boy.
Oh,
This
look
is
at that pretty boy.
my baby boy. He is literally everyone's friend. He loves everybody.
Oh my God, Alex.
Who's mama's sweet boy? Oh, my little pretty desert kitty.
Here, purr into the microphone.
Oh.
This is my talker right here. He can't even jump up on you without making a noise. This is my alley cat.
All of them are alley cats in my house.
No, this is my Alex. That's why he's the alley cat.
Yeah, sadly, mine all really did come from alleys.
No, he came from the
What?
from the house, the shelter.
You want to go? Okay, go ahead.
He's shelter cat.
And then I got Hendrix. He's been laying here like a good boy the whole time. I do feel a little better now. When I brought him in,
Yeah.
first thing he did was he went to the bathroom. He went and he peed, which, again, here's the reason why I say that, guys. When your animal is unhealthy, right? So if you got a kitten or a puppy or even an adult, things you need to look out for. Specifically with cats, I'm going to go over because dogs is a little easier. Dogs show it better. Cats, and Alex is not a young cat, so I'm going to demonstrate with him. His fur texture is actually what you shouldn't be looking for in a younger cat, because you see how it's like separating a little bit. Alex is what, 11?
He's over 10. I think he's 11 or 12.
He's 11 or 12. So that fur texture is what you shouldn't want to look for in most cats, especially if they're younger. He's older, it's expected. Older cats clean themselves less, so their fur gets a little more oily. So, if you notice, Zorro's fur is not exactly beautiful. Daisy's is very similar to that. Any oil you see accumulating on your cat is the first sign something's wrong, because that means they stop bathing themselves as much. You'll notice their double lid, which is that second pale white lid that comes up, will be up on their eyes more. They're going to be loafs more. They're going to be, the word is despondent, means they're not going to be active. They're going to kind of look like they're chilling all the time. You might see them shake a little bit. Then look to their gums. They might get pale. Their nose might, you see that fur texture? And you, like Sinbad's, you're looking for something more slick, like with Vincent. You're looking for something a little more clean, a little more, Hey, Daisy, coming up.
Oh, come on. I know you don't like it, but you're doing it anyway. You torture me half the time. It's my turn.
This is Daisy.
Cooperate.
Ooh. No, Daisy, dislodge. This is my Daisy May. She is about 2 or 3 years younger than Zorro. She hates being picked up, as you can see. She's very upset right now. But
Kind of like Vincent here.
See that little blink? There you go. There you go. Oh, I know. My poor girl. Full-blown panic.
So hard. You're trying so hard.
Oh, he's so cute.
Now he does have, comes from the shelter. I don't know if you can see it very well.
Oh, his
come
mark?
Here. No. His eye here. You can see where it runs.
Oh, allergies.
Yeah.
I have 3 cats with allergies. And as a matter of fact, Dante, see, this is why I've already kept a really close eye on Dante. From the get-go, he's had allergies. And then, as you guys know, you can't fucking have chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that changes very soon. We're going to start introducing chicken again in another month or so, seeing how that goes.
All right, go ahead.
But
he's pissed at me now.
Of course. What is it with black cats and having that, like, strange low hum pissed? Like, I don't know. It's so weird.
Oh, the funny thing about him is if I was doing anything else right now, if I was playing Zelda or even trying to read a book, he'd want to be in my way. Because I wanted to pick him up, he wants nothing to do with me.
Of course.
So now when I'm trying to sleep tonight, he's more than likely going to be laying on top of me, trying to suffocate me in my sleep.
Well, if you guys are wondering why Daisy out of nowhere is doing this, of all the cats in my house, there are 2 cats that respond when I get very upset or scared. Daisy and Hendrix. Hendrix is laying right near me. And sometimes he crawls right on me. And Daisy, my original Carolina kitty, she's always been deeply concerned about me. She knew when I had my miscarriages. She knew when my mom first got sick. She knew when Starman and I were having marital problems. She always, when I was pregnant, each time I was pregnant, she was the first hint. Because out of nowhere, she started laying on my feet in protective mode, watching the whole room.
Oh, what a pretty face.
She's a beautiful cat. So if you look at her, I know, what a good girl. You're such a good girl. The white whisker side, she used to have that entire half of her face would go. We believe she got bitten by either a copperhead or a cottonmouth. Fun fact, most cats... Hi, Ark! Ark came and saw me on Saturday.
Oh, he actually came. Good.
Yes. I just almost said it, Ark. Ark's changed color.
Oh,
He's a shiny now.
he's oh,
He's
really?
so Can I say it, Ark? Can I? Can I?
I don't know what people expect from me by now. Really, I mean,
No, Daisy. Shh. Over here. Hey, no. You're not going in the cubby. Back up. Other way. Thank you. He's melanated now.
he's melanated now.
He is cultural appropriation Arcasol.
Has he become a brother?
He has, except for his forehead where the hat doesn't get the sun. That man came in and I did not recognize him. I was like, when did you turn that shade? Like, I didn't know you came in that color. And he's looking svelte. He's got a better posture. His hair's looking fresh. I was very proud of him.
Good.
He's darker than my friend's husband now.
Oh, wow.
Literally, and he's black. He walked in. I looked at him, and it was literally like it was like a uncanny valley moment. Like I just didn't recognize. It was either way. Man's looking good, very proud. And then he said, "You're looking good too." I said, "Don't fucking lie. It's the summer. I won't look good until the fall." I know what I am. I am's what I am's, and I know what I'm not right now. This will look swollen. The skin's gonna look less party. This is gonna look more tired. It's the whole thing. And oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you can see that. See a little red mark on my knuckle?
Mm-hmm.
The other day, Gorian wouldn't let go of a toy. It was a string
Oh,
toy.
no.
And I tried to get it out of his mouth, and I got it out. I have now learned that Gorian will keep going for it. He got my finger, and he broke skin with
that's
both.
a pain in
He
the
went like, and he was growling, and I'm like, ha! Going all day yesterday for like little bastard's gonna bite on him. But you guys have seen Hendrix, right?
Mhm.
I've shown Hendrix, yeah. What cat haven't you guys seen of mine? That was the work phone.
I mean, we've even seen Athena.
Yeah, and she only just became mine because Kayla, well, that's a story for another day. We don't know if she's taking her back. Who knows?
No, I think we've seen it. Have we seen Penny?
I'm pretty sure you've seen her at least once. Ark learned this early on. Unless I specifically say lie to me right now. Don't lie to me. I'll call you out on it. I knows what I am's. I think, and Ark's been here for most of them. I think I have seen shown all the cats. It's hard to keep up with them. I've even shown the kittens. Anyways, this isn't about us. Let's listen to the ladies. Aww. Thanks, Anakarika.
I like her. She's great. She's one of I met her in Eric July's streams. She's usually over there. So
thank you for joining us here.
I'm very, very honored that she decided to stop by.
Oh,
I got this.
Oh, what is that from? Who?
That is from making strawberry jam. I need a deeper pot with a longer spoon handle so that when I stir it, it doesn't jump out and hit me.
A lot of girls need a deeper pot, and they're really looking for that longer spoon handle. But
I don't have any complaints about my spoon handle.
Speaking of cheddar baked biscuits, no. Ark, you missed that whole thing. You better go back and find that clip. That is one.
I think he may have heard the story before.
We need to put that up.
Yeah, you guys haven't seen Tiberius, but it's really hard. There's no way I can get him up these stairs.
He's not a young pup, and it's why if it's okay with me taking Zorro up because literally it's all on the same floor.
Yeah.
But if it was upstairs or anything, Either I'm inventing a freaking elevator for my
Later.
animals,
Yeah.
or I just simply wouldn't do it. It just wouldn't work.
He's never been.
Thank you, Vincent.
That's why I normally turn those down.
Oh my god, that cat fucks with your Steam Deck every time. It's so I love this. It's so funny. They come in cheddar baked, right? Why do you think they're? Never mind. I can't.
What was that? That was the battle winning sound at the end of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy games.
Yeah,
That's what that was. And yeah, fucking cat. But Tiberius, because of his shape. So okay, let me show you guys some pictures here. Let's see here.
old animals tend to develop just shapes.
Well,
And you know,
it's more than that. So let me show you. He is I want to be clear. This dog has papers. He has actual papers that say this is a purebred dog. He is, and I'm going to share that. He is a Bichon Frise. And there's some really cute pictures of what a Bichon's supposed to look like.
pretty leaves and the beautiful fur. Now ruin everybody's day.
Now, give me a second because I'm going to have to find the picture on here. Because it's been a while. Actually, I wonder if it'd be faster to find it the other way. Hold on. You enjoy the cute picture of the cute fluffy Bichon. Actually, I don't know what'll happen when I do this.
It's awful. Although, all right. So while she's looking that up,
Okay.
do you all want to know the one thing I zeroed in on? That was taken in the fall. It's almost fall.
She loves fall.
I almost cried for joy. I was walking through Walmart and they had the displays for the fall flowers out. And I took a picture and posted it on Instagram. I was so happy. And they already have all the decor for sale at Hoblob and all the
You're
rest.
telling me I need to go shopping is what you're saying. That's what I'm hearing
Yes,
here.
honey. Yes. I'm so ready. And if I don't have to take
Where
Dante to the vet, I'm
is-
buying some this week. Anyways,
No, I can't show you that one. That would get me killed.
that means there's a naked person in it.
No, it means it's my mother in it.
Oh, I want to see Mamarata.
Yeah, well, I want to live. Oh my god. I know I have pictures of this dog.
Oh my God, yes, Esteban. As a matter of fact, August 16th, pumpkin spice returns to Dunkin' Donuts. So I know what my cheat day is going to be in August.
Here we go. This one will work.
Daisy,
So we'll stop sharing that.
pretty baby.
And we'll share.
Look, she's baking her own biscuits right there. Daisy. What'd she do? How to show you guys that? All right.
Pretty kitty.
Look at this baby boy.
That is Tiberius.
Look at him.
Still not a really great picture because you can't quite tell.
You can't
But isn't he adorable?
His paws and his ears are what you really want to see, and you cannot appreciate them in this photo.
No, you can't quite. You can't quite get a good idea of what it is that doesn't make him a normal Bichon in that picture. And I know I have one. Actually, I want to share this real quick just because it's fucking cute. That's Rudy as a puppy.
Oh,
Look at the handsome boy. He looks so much like his son.
look at his precious little mouth.
Are you going to do it again, you little bastard?
Huh?
Oh, no, I haven't. Really?
Hold on, I gotta turn it off. She's so mad.
I'm just so used to it by this point.
What
Oh,
I
this
love
is
is sometimes he unplugs her and she don't know. So she's over there talking and we can't hear her because the microphone got unplugged, or suddenly she can't hear me and
yeah.
she doesn't know why because he's turned off her earphone.
Oh, mom. That's so funny. So this is
Thanks,
an
Marta.
older picture.
Oh, this was out of a magazine.
This is so the end here is Tiberius. And then the next to him is Chloe. She was a Bichon Dachshund mix that my mother had.
Her
Uh,
color is so unique to both breeds.
Yeah. She unfortunately passed a few years back. She apparently she had some kind of issue where she was building bladder crystals, and there was we didn't know. And
I've heard about it happening in a lot of dogs. She's too small breed, so that wouldn't have been an issue. But
yeah, but she started her life. Her owners, the people who bought her initially, were they bought her thinking she'd be like a 5-pound dog, or an 8-pound dog, a purse puppy.
that is not
Which I mean, if you know anything about Bichons or Dachshunds, no. And because of that, she ended up getting severely abused. The kids would actually grab her by her front legs and spin her around. They didn't really potty train her.
This is probably developed from nervous peeing, and on top of that, not knowing when to.
Yeah,
That
and so, I was on vacation, and one day mom thought she wouldn't take her treat, so mom called the vet. The vet was going to get her in the next day. The vet couldn't. Mom went home, went to work. She came home to get her to take her to the vet, and she was dead. So
and that's where. See, but she was how old when she died?
she wasn't quite 10 yet. She was, I want to say 8 or 9.
See, that's about the lifespan of a dachshund, not a Bichon. Bichons can have a decent lifespan of about 12 to 14 years, but dachshunds on the other hand don't, because they get so many issues. So I mean, she did live the life she had with you.
Yeah, I mean, but still, we did not expect it in any way, and then it happened. And the next one there is Faye. I don't have her anymore. I ended up rehoming her because she could not handle a multi-dog situation.
She looks a lot like Grace. From here to me, she looks a lot like Grace. I thought that was Grace.
She was actually smaller than Grace. She was about 5 pounds. And she was a bitch. I mean, that's the only way to describe that dog. She was a bitch. And then the end there is Sophie, who you don't see a lot. She's still here. She's 12 years old now.
She's got a little mop head.
She does. She looks like she's a sweetie. I love her so much. She's a good dog. But that's still not a great picture. My mom just texted me one, so let me put that in the Discord.
I put them up
those
really
are
quick. I didn't realize the story would get so somber so quick while I was putting them up, so I tried to get them off quickly. One, you better be there next Saturday, Ark, because the chicken we make is delicious.
Let me put these
number
in
2,
Discord.
You all can be jealous that I enjoy pumpkin spice, but I was enjoying it before it became popular. I've been a pumpkin spice bitch before it was a basic white girl thing. And I wear the crown with pride. I'm very proud of my pumpkin love, and I'm trying to convince my boss to add some pumpkin spice to this coming fall. There's literally nothing about the restaurant that says pumpkin, but I'm going to try. I try my hardest.
Oh, Tiberius is such a handsome boy.
All your dogs are good looking.
All right, so I saved those onto my phone. I'm going to send this one first because this one's funny.
Aw, Esteban, that's sweet. See, we're 98% scratch made after 40. And the cheesecake is one of the things that's not scratch made at the restaurant.
Okay. If you want to pull those up in the Discord.
Trying to hide the comments and they keep popping up.
Got that. Oh. Bunch of
You
old
told
pictures
me
of
to
me.
pull it up.
Is that the Discord? That's not the Discord.
Oh, that's what you were sharing. Hold on, let me see. Oh,
That first picture of Sophie.
oh, you guys gotta see this one. Oh, this be precious.
Her hair all wild. Silly girl.
That doesn't look real.
No, it's not. But she's one of those dogs. If she'll come in and she'll start rubbing her head on things, and because of her fur texture, she gets so much static electricity.
That's the thing. I know. I
Just
know it's a
goes-
real photo, but it doesn't look real. Like
Yeah,
it's so cute.
she's funny.
But
And then-
look at this boy.
Yeah. Now,
Now look
And
at his
there's-
front paws, guys.
I don't know if you can really see them very well. They are severely malformed. Yeah, look at that front foot there. You see how it's turned out?
There's the Basset.
Yeah. So we're reasonably positive, and look at the length of his body, that he is a Basset Bichon mix. Oh yeah, you can see it even better there. The foot.
And also the length of his face,
Mm-hmm.
shape of his head. Honestly, everything about him except for his lips and his tail is Basset Hound. And his,
And fur
and his
texture.
fur color.
Yeah.
is
Well, and the
Basset.
texture too.
Well, I was saying the fur is clearly Bichon.
Yeah.
But he's so funny. Yeah, that's where you can really see it.
Yeah, and you can see how bad that foot is. Really.
And whenever I see somebody with a purebred Basset,
No,
That-
they.
that's
Oh, go ahead.
a dog looking that way. I get so confused.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you okay with your dog literally walking around on its ankles all day long? I know with you it's not the case, you didn't intend that.
No, I mean that's how we got him. He
Right.
came that way.
But I met people when I was still working at the mattress company. There's a woman who was walking around with her Basset Hound. The legs were longer, but his ankles were still interned like that.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Oh yeah, he's a very healthy Basset. He's this," and I was like, "Okay." Like, yeah, he's super healthy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I want.
I do not remember aesthetics.
Wait, he said what?
Esteban, I do not remember Static Shock having a dog.
I can't. Listen, you guys can tell me not to have pumpkin spice. It'll just make me eat more.
See, my only issue with pumpkin spice is it's one of those artificially controlled things. You can have pumpkin spice anytime. Just put it in your coffee.
Well, they have, okay, so the one I want to buy, and I just haven't pulled the trigger to do it, is Tarani. And Tarani has this cream series of pumpkin-based flavors. And I want to buy them. And the thing is, a lot of folks think that pumpkin spice contains no pumpkin.
Depends on
That's
one.
not true.
Depends on the one you go for. Yeah.
It is. I've learned the copycat recipes, and it does require real pumpkin. And so you guys have to understand that I am on a quest to try nearly everything pumpkin spice that I can. And I've gone so far as to have pumpkin spice Alfredo sauce. I've had pumpkin spice sausages, and I've had pumpkin spice tortellini.
Oh, I've heard of that.
And I had it all in one meal. I don't recommend the sausage. But we just read this. I'm so sorry, honey.
Yeah.
It's never easy. I haven't had to put an animal down in a long time. And so I'm not looking forward to the next few years. But I
That's
will
kind of where
say,
we are here.
huh?
That's kind of where we are here. I mean, I wish I wouldn't want to do it.
No.
But, if I could take a video of him and some of the struggles he has, uh, because of his age, we're reasonably positive he has Cushing's. And because of the Cushing's, his lower abdomen, the muscles have kind of given out. So now he's got a bowling ball under his body.
Which is so
And
painful.
and his back legs were already very not the best to begin with because of his malformations. So sometimes watching him walk right now, he gets up and he'll walk sideways until he can get himself going enough to start going forward. And he'll be standing there, and you can see just standing with his butt up hurts because his legs are trembling so hard. We have him on CBD and an anti-inflammatory from the doctor, which seemed to help. But I mean, we don't really know how much longer they're really going to help. The doctor literally said, well, I'm going to give you 20 days because we just don't know.
And that's the only problem, you have to remember this when you have, and that's why where even though it fills me with rage and I get upset and I still give it no excuse, I can at least understand when people abandon elderly pets. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I think it's a shitty and cowardly thing to do. There's a dog in my county, 20 years old. Somebody dumped it. Like, just dumped it and didn't look back. This dog is sitting there shaking and shivering. It's had the same family for 20 years. And still alive, but has some,
Issues.
issues.
Aging.
And now it's going to live out its life, hopefully with a rescue. But I can understand why some people can't handle it. Watching your animal that was once young and vibrant and happy be in pain and have all these issues and it gets expensive. I get it. I really do. Seeing Zorro get old like he is and seeing the pain he's in is hard. But I couldn't imagine, just like you with Tiberius. I couldn't imagine abandoning him like that, especially with how attached to me he is. Like, that's the thing. And so, like, after Freud just said, I have no respect. We are right. This is something that literally blew my mind. I read it online. It's kind of true, though.
It is.
Like, it's kind of true when you think about it. Like,
Oh, I read there was a post on Facebook
no.
today. I don't remember who retweeted it about putting your dog down and about how, vets want the owners to stay in because,
the animals search for them in the final seconds. Bro, there's this. If any of you have been on Twitter or TikTok, don't shoot. It's okay, honey. Listen, we about to cry together. There's that video. It says, although I'm about to go. And that guy is, bro, every time I hear it, I'm like, where's Zorro? I've got to hold him. Like, I get so upset because, again, they show Owen when they show videos of animals on the graves or beside their freshly deceased owners.
Oh yeah.
There's this one video that because it's about cats, specifically cats that are hyper attached to their owners. The soundbite goes over multiple videos. I am not playing it right now because I don't need to cry on screen. Poor Horror, you can already see she's fighting it. And it's like, anytime I see it, like, there is an actual memorial for dead animals here in somewhere in North Carolina of the Rainbow Bridge. And I want to go. But, right. But then at the same time, I'm like, I know I'm going to cry. That, like, it's one of the things I look forward to as a believer in Christ and God is that taking a moment when I die, I really hope they're on that rainbow bridge, okay? Like, that thing better be fucking real. Because I will say that. That's something that I hope I see someday. My mom's cat would stay outside at right. Her! This one! This one right here. Okay? When I first moved to North Carolina, and I mean first, like, I was signing the final papers. We had just got into North Carolina. We pulled into the complex, and she was standing at the entrance to the complex behind a tree yelling at me. And I literally took a step towards her and she bolted. And that was our 9-month journey from there to when we had the frost and she crawled out of the sewer. And the back of her neck has damage from it now. And her entire back was frozen solid with icicles. And I looked at Starman and I said, I'm done waiting. She's coming in. She's not staying outside anymore because he wouldn't let me take her in because it was against, look, he was right. It was against the lease.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's lost that battle quite a few times now. Once or twice. And so she would wait outside my door. Guys, this was the biggest heartbreak for me. I would call for her in the morning. I'd wake up early. I want to give her a snack or something. And I wouldn't get to her in time. And as we're leaving, because I got to get to work, I would see out of the rearview mirror her making it to my door. And I would hear from the neighbors, your cat was outside calling for you. You guys have no idea how much it broke my heart to know that she was out there crying for me. And I couldn't get to her. And I would wake up sometimes in the middle of the night hearing her call for me, and I'd go out there. So it was whatchamacallit, with this one. That's why she's always very connected to me. She's very dedicated to the cause. And I love this girl. And that's why I call her my Carolina kitty. Because even though, yes, with the exception of Zorro, every animal I've got is from the Carolinas. She was the original. And I didn't even get to name her. The neighborhood kids named her Daisy.
No.
That's a basic name.
No, this little black bastard over here. One who decides when he goes in and out of the house. And so when you have an indoor and outdoor cat, even when it's against your will, an important thing to do is to, when they come home, check them over for wounds.
Ticks, too.
Well, thankfully, we don't have to worry about ticks too much out here, but wounds especially. I'm pretty sure there's a new cat in the neighborhood because never before did I ever really find any.
And
but now he's got one behind his ear and he's got some on his belly. And I've talked to my vet about this before. It's actually important to remove the scabs off the wounds because if there's any infection or anything in there, it will let it drain. So I'm constantly picking scabs off of him.
Mm-hmm.
And amazingly, he lets me. So despite the fact he's a fucking asshole.
See, I did it with Calliope because of the FIV.
Mm-hmm.
I make sure that I clean up her scabs. I clean off the scabs of all my cats anyway because it heals a little bit better. Because usually the first scab is really crusty and nasty. And I will dab peroxide, which they claim you're not supposed to do, but
he won't let me. I don't think he'll let me get peroxide on his stomach. I'm not going to try.
Here's what you do. You got to prepare yourself. So you set everything up in advance. You get the paper towel, soak with peroxide. Then you pick them up real quick and you go, run. You got to do it just right.
The black cat I had before him, was named Spooky. And he was a 30-pound cat. And I'm not talking he was a fat cat.
Night derp.
He was just a big fucking cat, all muscle. and he used to scratch his ears so hard he would get ear infections. So he's the first cat that I ever had declawed. And we had him declawed because he got so many ear infections that one day we took him into the vet, and the vet's like, well, let me put the medicine in his ear. And he tore up the vet. Because when you were trying to put the medicine in, you had to wrap that cat in a towel like a baby. And because he was so big, he would still scratch through. I still have scars on my arms from that cat. And he died when I was in my 20s.
Anna Karika, you'd be surprised.
Early 30s?
With the whatchamacallit, like cats that come from Norwegian
Oh,
or
the Norwegian forest cats.
ragdolls, yeah, or
Maine Coons.
they will be extremely large. Now, going back to that, who someone asked about the red cat. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's very faint now, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where my red cat Seamus had a seizure and latched on to me.
Oof.
I was 11, and now, as many of you know, we grew up poor. We had kerosene heaters in the house, and it was winter. I was sitting Indian style on the floor, and she was in my lap, and I was by the kerosene heater. I was swinging my arm. I'm slapping her against the kerosene heater. She ain't letting go. She got me. Ironically, in the same figure Gorian got me. She got me right here on the tip of my finger. She got me right here. If you look really close, obviously you can't see it on camera. She got me right here. Then a nail in the basement stairway rubbed against my hand right here and got me as well. She got me right up here. And there's scars on my inner thighs where she got me as well.
Oof.
And Seamus was a psychopath. I had to pet Seamus a certain way when I walked up to her so she wouldn't attack me. Once I did it the right way, it was great. But if I did it the wrong way, she would latch onto my arm and hiss. But that cat was obsessed with me in the greenest eyes. I mean, pure emerald green. She had the prettiest eyes, next to Hendrix and Penny. Prettiest eyes of a cat I ever owned. But it's 107. I don't know.
That's actually worse than Spooky.
Oh yeah, Seamus was bad. Seamus was so bad. I think I told the story already. One of the times she had a seizure, her tongue was out, and she slammed her tongue so hard on her teeth.
Oh yeah, that's
skewered her tongue.
Yeah.
And she had abscesses all over herself from biting, and she had the seizures because of fleas. Because of venom, she was allergic to it. And so I like to tell a lot of people I cut my teeth, as the Southerners say, with Seamus. I learned a lot about cat anxiety, about cat behavior, negative cat treatment, how even the most broken cat, I'm going to say this and maybe it's really controversial. Unlike broken dogs, violent dogs, where you do have to put them down because they will, I believe even the most broken of cat can exist in a domicile under the right conditions and never hurt a person. I have never heard of a cat that doesn't try to carve out its. Oh, good night, Esteban. We're gonna get going.
Good night, Esteban. Yeah.
Anyway, because that's what I said to them last night. I'm like, can we make it 1 a.m. from now on? I'm getting too old for this shit. And it's just,
oh, who's my handsome boy?
But yeah. So I learned a lot from Seamus, and so sometimes having that really ooh, look at him. Oh, his eyes look so orange from right here.
His eyes actually change color. They'll go from green to orange.
Isn't that so cool? He's probably part Bombay.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
He's got
the softest fucking fur.
Bombays are pure black, but have the pumpkin eyes. They're a special kind. They're a specific breed of black cat. They were designed to be just like a panther. That's what the goal was. I don't do broken dogs in my experience. The reason why they lash out at kids is not because they hate kids, it's because kids' body language is too scary for them. So you are right. Broken dogs should not be around small children because small children can't control their body language. Ergo, animals can't predict them. Ergo, animals attack them. But I would also say the same thing about a broken cat. That's why I say in the right home. But did we talk last week about that dog, Red? The vicious one?
Mm-mm.
We didn't?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, I could have sworn we did. There was this dog in this rescue group. It's a sanctuary.
Oh, the one that where she took the picture off leash? Oh no, must be a different one.
Hold on. I think where I discussed it was it is on my Facebook, that much I know. This dog. Hold on, let me find the post because I don't post a ton on Facebook right now. So he'll be easy to find. Let me see. What was that? Oh. Hold on, I'll get there.
Don't worry. We'll stay here until you find it. We're not going nowhere.
Let me see. Okay. This is Kino's Animal Sanctuary. Meet Red. Okay. So I'm going to show you Red. Okay, that's Red.
No.
Now, these are Red's scars. Okay.
Oh.
Now, before you get too upset, let me read you Red's story.
Uh-oh.
Meet Red. His story is horribly sad. He was a feral dog living in the woods of Florida. A man trapped him and decided to take him in as a pet. After 3 years, the man decided he didn't want Red any longer and went to dump him in the same wooded area he found him 3 years prior. The man's sister reached out across state to help, with no avail, till a group of Fairy Tales rescues stood up. Once in their rescue, they immediately saw that Red was a loose cannon and could be dangerous. They put Red into a board and train for a few months where Red broke loose and killed another dog and almost lost his own life when it was over. After, you doing this again, bitch?
You're asking a cat that?
Really? In front of my cheddar biscuits? Can you wait?
No.
Yes. Wait. Don't talk back. I'm reading an important story here, young lady. She'd be fucking cute. You can't see, but she's rubbing my arm and licking it. Almost losing his life when it was over. While recovering in the hospital, Red attacked hospital personnel. A family heard about Red and decided to visit him daily to see if they could earn his trust. Eventually, after a few weeks, they took Red home. And once he was there, he turned on the family and they all had to go to the emergency room. He mauled the couple where the husband's finger was ripped off and the wife had to get reconstructive surgery on both her hands. As bad as all that sounds, please keep in mind he was let down severely and needs to learn trust. I wonder why your screen went black.
Can't imagine why.
He will be the next misfit to enter Kino's. Hopefully he will find peace here. Now, I will grant that at Kino's, they are a rescue specializing in vicious dogs. And he does have really good facilities. Each of his facilities is a small house, fenced in, air conditioned, heated, all that jazz.
That's sweet.
I don't believe Red deserves that chance.
No.
I believe at that point that is a dog that cannot be happy because it has been through so much and probably severely inbred, judging from the fact that it came from the swamps in Florida, more than likely a runoff from a puppy mill, which means he's probably severely inbred. And my issue is, unlike with cats, who are independent creatures, dogs were bred to be dependent on us. Something in this dog's head has the wires crossed. This is a dog that will hurt again. This is a dog that does go to kill. And I think it's unfair and cruel to keep a dog like that alive purely because you feel you can save it. To me, that's not right. I feel that the dog should be put out of its misery. I don't know how you feel about that, horror. But what?
I mean, I don't know. My problem is it's kind of like sometimes you just don't know.
Right.
And do you put something to death
I'm
on the
waiting
off
for him to
chance?
report that this dog has killed another dog. Because many of the dogs are allowed to roam the property. As you saw with that one I just showed you. Her gate is open. Her private fence is wide open. So that is one of the dogs that can roam the property.
And a dog like that you can't let roam. If you are going to choose to keep that animal alive, it can't be allowed around other animals. It can't be allowed around other people. It's got to live a really sheltered life with somebody who's willing to devote only that
And see, on this
to
property,
them.
this dog would be in a facility. I apologize.
There's a cat.
Nova's pulling a Vincent. With
Apparently Nova doesn't want to be shown up.
no, she's definitely I am the main character kind of situation. With this dog, the biggest problem I have is even if they keep this dog contained in a fence, if another dog walks up to the fence while they're not paying attention, he
Mhm.
could rip through the fence.
Yeah.
He could scale the fence and chase. He's broken out of other facilities. He can break out of this one. You would have to keep him isolated.
Yeah, that'd be a one. You'd have to be on a farm alone with just that dog.
And even then, you don't know who would be safe. Because again, we had this family visiting him for weeks, gaining his trust. And this family still reached out to help him afterwards. Like, he's a good dog. And I'm not saying he's a bad dog.
No.
What I'm saying is he is a broken dog.
Yeah.
He is a dog that can't be happy. And I know you're stupid girl.
I mean, I do believe there's a time where you have to say there's nothing more we can do here, and it's in everybody's best interest, including
The
that
dog.
dog's best interest, to be put out of a miserable life and keep it from causing harm to others and itself.
Because that's the thing, it's not just others. This dog clearly, that's why I believe he has all that damage on him. Not because another dog caused it, but I think because he tried to get through things to get
to that dog.
Because if you look at the scratches,
Mm-hmm.
they're very much like cuts through glass, not
Or a
like
fence.
or a fence. It's not defensive wounds.
Yeah, no,
And
that'd be an odd place for defensive wounds.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's
there is a
very-
time where you have to let it go. And I mean, sadly, I do believe that of any animal, including cats. I
Right.
do think there's a time where you have to.
Oh,
Unless
I
you,
agree.
yeah.
I was just saying that there's, unlike with a dog like that, a cat would be able to function in a room where if you just put the food in, that cat would never bother a single person and be quite happy.
As long
You
as you
start
kept the
out-
room closed.
Well, I was saying, if you put them like in a catio, where it's a closed-in facility and they could just observe, but they have a heated, that cat would be very happy. And that's what a lot of people don't get, is that if you're going to take on these animals, sometimes you have to do it with their best interest. You
Yeah.
can't worry. Sometimes animals don't want to be held. Sometimes animals don't care about being cuddled. Sometimes animals don't care about the human interaction. And you have to be okay with that. And I feel like a lot of people are not willing to make that sacrifice.
Too many people don't understand that, though. I know we talk about not anthropomorphizing cats, but in some ways, this is the same as a human hermit who wants nothing to do with other people. You can't fix that person. You can't do
Right.
anything about that person. You just have to let them go off and be them, because otherwise, all you're doing is making them and everybody around them miserable. And the thing is people have a tendency to over anthropomorphize the animals and give them not human traits, but their traits.
Right.
They project onto the animal what they think of themselves.
It's true. It's true. And I don't know what time it is in the UK, Chaco. I know what time it is here.
It's late enough.
Exactly, Shadow Warren. It's tomorrow.
It's still today here, but
Aren't you supposed to be? I don't know. Oh, Chaco. Even if I wasn't streaming, I don't know if I'm going to sleep tonight. Little Red is having problems. Little Red boy is looking a little rough. We're not sure what's going on with him. So there's a really good chance I'm going to be up all night. So we will see. Depends on the next hour or two. He's
He
already
was looking
showing
better.
a little better. So we're going to see in another hour when I get off stream. We're going to see. But I will be on tomorrow. So there's that. But I think this is a good way to round it out.
Yep.
22 minutes after I said we should end the stream. It's my own fault.
You brought up the thing. I wasn't.
I did because I knew I'd forget. And I wouldn't be able to find it as of next week.
Yeah.
I was thinking about all these things. I have a couple of more things I shared on Facebook that I completely forgot about until this moment.
Do
So,
we ever get to everything? I mean, really?
you didn't even show the kitten that I sent you. We'll share it next week. He's so cute, those little drumstick legs. Anyway,
that poor baby.
Chaco arrives. Let's leave. You just told me to go to bed.
I mean, you kind of encourage it, so.
It's true. But all right, Hunter, lead the charge.
I have decided Tuesdays will be my off night, so don't expect to see me anywhere except for maybe Twitter on Tuesday. Wednesday, I will be on the midweek hump with I don't remember who. I can't read it from here. Oh, is it Culture Casino? Yes, it's Culture Casino. Who is a fun person if you've never met him. He's hilarious. Older fellow who, what the hell happened? Oh, it's my thing. Who does interesting takes on Hollywood and culture stuff for, his name. Then Thursday, I will be playing some Tears of the Kingdom. Friday as well, I believe. I didn't want it recording anyway. God damn you, Vincent. What should you do this thing? Anyway.
I'm just, they're talking about me in the comments, and I'm like, I don't know if I watched it. I can't remember now. My brain's in another moment.
So Thursday, Friday, Tears of the Kingdom. Saturday will be some 7 Days to Die with Darylyn and, as we are calling it, the Menagerie of Madness, being basically the community hanging out in 7 Days to Die while we try not to we try not to die. We kill the zombies, Saturday will probably be some more Tears of the Kingdom because Darylyn has D&D this weekend. And then we'll be back here on Monday.
Yes, we will. As for me, I'll be on tomorrow.
I hate it when I do that.
What?
Saturday, cooking stream.
Oh, Peachy's mad she missed her cobbler.
Aw. Well, it's still up on there if she wants to watch it.
She asked me about it. I was like, she's like, oh, that other person, the person said they're gonna make the peach cobbler. Did I miss it? I'm like, you missed it. She went, oh no. Like
I had to take this last weekend off for a minute because of female issues. But we will be back next week. And I think I might try to do pasta.
like fresh made
Yes, like fresh made pasta.
with a KitchenAid or with the hand pump.
The hand thing.
I need to get one.
I love that thing. That thing is awesome. No, I only use the KitchenAid for extruded pasta.
Yes, Chaco will be joining me tomorrow. She likes
Ooh.
streaming with me.
Nice.
But whatchamacallit? So I'll be on tomorrow streaming with Chaco Hooligan. And anyone else, probably we'll see if the Bubs wants to join us too if he can. And I'll be finally completing my political cross-dressing picture. Should be able to, no problem. Because I won't have just an hour.
Mm.
Last time I only streamed for an hour because my voice is so bad.
Yeah.
But as you guys can hear, it's getting much better. Um,
Almost back to normal.
yeah, it's almost. A customer said she could listen to me talk all day. She said, you have a beautiful voice.
That's nice.
The way she said, she's like, I am so, like, because I just said, oh, well, thank you. She goes, I was expecting you to say, like, you do, like, musical theater. And I was like, well, I am a theater kid. I was in theater. I said, and I do YouTube. She went, I knew it. I was like, I know. But anyways, so I'll be on tomorrow. And then I also will be finally having the video out because, again, we had 2 events this week. But if you all remember, I made like 1,000 empanadas in May. Well, the event this weekend, guess what? The other 600 empanadas that are in the freezer, boom, they're getting sold at a different event.
Nice.
Ain't spending that much fucking time preparing. Ain't doing it. Not happening. Her voice is too much in a good way. I know that when I do my customer service voice and when I put on a show, I have a cool voice. But people say my regular voice is cool too. And I'm like, but they also think that I have like the rasp. They think this is real. I'm like, this is not attractive. This is 30-year smoker. This isn't sexy. They say use that husky best bedroom voice. I'm like, no, I have a better one. Just wait for it. And no wonder why she loves it. I know, right? Like, oh. But anyways, so I will be here on Thursday with the video. I can finally record other videos again. And then Sunday night, I will be on Mother to Smothered. And then next Monday, I'll be here with this gorgeous gal. So send your prayers out to little Dante, guys. I just want him to be okay. Send your prayers out to Tiberius. We want him to be okay. Whatever you do, pray, whatever. For me, it's prayers.
Let him pass quietly in his sleep.
Yes. Little smile on his puppy face. And let Dante not pass. And be
Long life for that one.
long life, vibrant, happy, all 3 of them. Because they're staying with me. Yes, honey, we're only fostering them. Listen, let's just take in these kittens. It's not right to leave them out in nature like that.
There's a reason my mother won't let me foster anything.
I'm a danger to myself. Anyways. Or at least to my wallet. With that said, guys, please remember to take care of your animals. If you need to get them inoculated for the first time, or if you need to take them to the vet, just fucking do it. Don't just post it online and ask for help.
Yeah.
Remember to get your animals spayed and neutered. Remember to get your rabies vaccine for you and them. And remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So, Horror,
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too.
Be safe.
You too.
Have a great night, everybody. And we will see you next week. And I will see you tomorrow.